Hello, 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 hello. My name is Corey Davis, Lockdown Davis, and I'm here today to do 49er trivia. And I'll be bringing my panel in. I got some people in the back room right now. It's Thursday. It's time for 49er trivia. Yay! And we're going to get started. Here we go. My brother from another mother coming in. He was even in the back room before I was. Brian Cook.
Hey Corey, man, how you doing tonight?
Fine, how you?
I'm doing good. Yep, I was in the back. I was ready. I'm ready. I'm excited. Lockdown Corey Davis, 49er trivia. Let's go.
Okay, coming in. He was right after Brian. Well, I after me, I was first time. I'll second. Just playing. My man, my brother, John J.
What's up?
Hey John.
Hey, John,
What's
how you
up?
doing?
Had a good show today with Shifty. He did a good mock draft, and he got a
Mm.
kicker. He got a kicker.
Well, coming in. Yes, he lives in Corona and has the same last name as Corona. And hopefully we don't see no P jar today. Coming in. David
Nah, not
Corona.
not tonight. Not tonight. What's up, everybody?
Hey
Good.
David.
What's up, Brian? What's
You,
up, John? What's up,
you
Corey?
see what John Jays have on his thing?
Yeah, he's a Laker winner.
What happened? What happened, man? What happened? I heard they lost.
Yeah, we lost.
Yeah,
How's the
that
Warriors
you're
doing
gonna
tonight?
sweep them. You said you're gonna sweep them.
Thought we would, but we didn't play good.
Never mind. My Warriors are trash. We were all two.
Yeah, you guys old too. I don't know what you guys talking. What you
I
talking
know.
about?
But we'll see what happens. We're playing right now.
I know you guys winning.
Um. Okay. I see Nathan's in the chat. David McNiner. I sent you the in your phone and on Instagram.
Hey Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Yo,
Nathan, if you want to come out, send the link is in your Facebook Messenger. If you can't get in it, let me know, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just put it in the chat. I will try
What's up,
not
Nate?
to,
What's
but
up, Nathan?
okay, coming in, and he's here from Utah. My man, my brother, David McNiner. Hello,
What's
What's
up,
David
up, fellas?
McNiner.
McNair?
How you doing?
What's up,
I'm
McNair?
good.
That's good.
that's good to
Hey
hear.
David.
Now, the first time he was in the panel, but now, I mean, he was on my chat, but now he's coming in. A nice young man, stays up late, live all the way in Florida. Here he
David.
come, my brother, Nathan Z.
What up, everybody?
What's up,
Hey,
Nathan?
What's
How
up,
y'all
Nate?
doing?
Hey Nathan.
What up?
Hello, Lauren. How you doing? Lauren Lee. And
Oh,
Darwin with us now.
Darwin
I asked him
Raven.
earlier.
that's Levi. What's
Yeah,
up, Raven?
Levi. 49 fans knowing you can't keep Ayuk at the 5th-year option. Would you trade him for a first 18-25 range
Um,
and maybe a third? His numbers are very similar to AJ Brown before 10 trade team before 10 trade PTW.
yeah, Tennessee traded him to Philly,
Okay.
so they got a first and a third. I mean, I don't know with the current market. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't trade him, number one, because I still am convinced that we're going to move on from Debo.
Mhm.
I
Reed Nathan is in my neck of woods. Florida, yep.
Yes, sir. I live in Central Florida.
think it's a possibility. They're definitely talking to everybody, and people are asking. They were asking last year about Ayuk. So, if they were to trade him, the only thing that I would find acceptable is another first round pick because Ayuk is that good. And the only reason I would say even consider it or think about it is you could possibly get another wide receiver in a draft, but Ayuk has seemed to be very good for us. He's been very healthy, and I think that's the main reason. Like he's been good for us is he's been healthy. So it would again I'm glad I'm not going to have to make that decision, but I think it's a possibility the Niners trade him.
Mm. I don't know. Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
Now I was reading. I didn't read me. I'm reading because I was trying to hurry up and get in here. But as I'm waiting for my computer to go to where I needed to go, I saw something about Trey Lance and a GM discuss something about plans. I didn't get to read the article. Does anybody know what that means? Did John Lynch say anything today or
I think
yesterday?
that I think they had a press conference, but I didn't get to watch it. I think Kyle came out with the press conference.
I heard
Today?
thought he was coming out for the Monday conference.
Today?
Okay, okay, then was it John Lynch? Because one of them was supposed to talk today.
Okay, it might have been John Lynch because the GM
So
came out and said clarity, something about Trey Lance clearly.
see, like I rarely read NBC Sports Bay Area. And I was reading Matt Mayoko, and he was basically disputing these trade rumors by saying a joke that I didn't know during the owners meeting. If someone calls to get John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, they will listen to the phone call. So if somebody was willing to give a lot of draft picks for him and Kyle Shanahan, of course, anything to better the team. But at the end, he was like, but at the end of the day, I'm not going nowhere. Kyle's not going nowhere, and Trey's not going nowhere. So basically, it was a joke that he was trying to tell people. It's not that we don't listen, is that we do listen, and if they are not offering what we want, and I don't know what they want, but at the end of the day, they're like, this is what every team does. Like they listen to phone calls, they call other teams, and I said this way before, and everybody mocked me. Some of you guys mock me.
Oh
They
man.
do this. They do this. So I just wanted to point that out.
Well, I know we talked about it in the past, about like maybe Brandon Ayuk getting traded, and you guys kind of got on me about it, and I was like, well, if we trade him, what would he be worth, and all this, and it is really funny that the Giants have reached out and they have expressed interest in him, and he's also expressed interest. So there's a mutual agreement. So if we was able to get him a trade for 25, like take their 25th number one first overall pick, I don't think that would be bad. But the problem is Ayuk's a fan favorite, and we could use him this year. But the problem is there's only one ball, and we have how many playmakers? So not everybody can get the ball every down. And if we sign him next year, I think he's going to make like $14 million. There's only so much money you can give when you're paying like someone like Jawan Jennings, or you're signing somebody, like what we just got Ray McLeod. He's really cheap. We also got Danny Gray. He's on a rookie deal. So it's not like,
Debo.
yeah, Debo's
Debo.
expensive. He's expensive. So we're not moving off of Debo right now. So the only person we could move off of would be Brandon Ayuk to get any capital.
Well, if you really think about it, his cap hit is barely $3 million. So
For this year, but next year it'll be higher, and that's what I'm saying. That's
but
we have
but
to make
but
we have to make
again,
that decision next year.
but again, you have to look at the market, what the market dictates. 14 million for a wide receiver is nothing anymore. Is nothing.
Yeah, but
20
we got like almost everybody on our team's making bank, John. So that's what I'm saying.
No,
Like
they're
not
not.
everybody can make.
No, they're not. That's a common
Okay,
misconception.
coming in, my man. He lives in the never mind. My man coming. No border sports.
I'm gonna finish that. He lives in the StreamYard. I'll finish that. What up? Thanks for having me, Corey. How you all doing this evening?
I'm doing
David,
good.
Brian,
Good.
John,
Good.
David, Nathan Z.
What's up, man?
Yo.
You don't have any bottled funny stuff hanging around, do you?
Not tonight.
Okay,
It's
cool.
never
Cool.
gonna end.
What up,
You just
Ryan?
wait. What up, Brian?
Good shows, man. Lots of good shows today.
Mhm.
Bro, I made a video, a little short, and like I made it right before I went on Beto's show with all them, and it like blew up. Like it got over 1,000 views in an hour.
Nice.
As I'm sitting there on the show, I'm like, what is going on with this damn thing? It's just blowing up. Yeah. So
Nice.
For what? Aaron Rodgers?
yeah.
Yeah.
You-
I seen it.
He's clapping on us.
Yeah, it popped up in my shorts feed.
You know, somebody was
make
on
it.
another show today, and he said this. He said, why are we all calling us contentators,
Content creators,
content creators?
Oh yeah, yep. I see that.
multimedia journalists. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. He said
Well-
we should call ourselves multimedia journalists, not. He said
No.
babies can
Hey, but shout out to all the great content creators and multimedia journalists out there, which is basically the same thing. But no, I seen him, and then there was a reiteration later in another stream where
We
there
were
was a
all watching
funnel
the same one.
no, it was later. Yeah,
We were
you
all
might have
watching the
seen
same
that.
ones.
But Brian, there was a stream later where there was an addition to that statement. So if someone didn't let someone know about StreamYard or YouTube, they wouldn't have been on it. Because there's so many different ways to like get out their multimedia and podcasting. Like somebody like Jesse Naylor, he's been podcasting for a long time. He wasn't on YouTube, and now he's on YouTube. And because of his performance and his you building up chemistry, you building up like you know how to talk, you know how to do things, multitask during your stream. He's really launched on YouTube. So there's a lot of people out there that's been in content creating on different platforms and come to YouTube and just exploded because they're polished. So shout out to all the content creators and multimedia members out there, journalists out there. Hey, if a baby can do it, then that's great.
I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. Just playing.
No,
Oh, look
It's
at
a
Mom Done
joke.
Green.
some babies get a lot of views too because they're cute. So.
Oh man. If
Well,
you can't
but
laugh at yourself,
that's not necessarily fair, because like sometimes we're not really journalists, right? Like we're not really breaking news essentially.
Yeah.
Some people have called some people that have referred to us as aggregators. Like we aggregate through the news, you know what I mean, and we kind of figure out what we actually think is the topics, and then some of these national media members actually go behind us and go, oh, that's what they're rumbling about, and then they make content off of what we're talking about, you know what I mean? So like some people are journalists, some of us are creating content, you know what I mean? Like what's the Friday night call-in show? That's content, you know what I'm saying? That's not journalism, you know what I mean? You know,
Yeah, it's not scripted. It's just fun. It's a couple of people's opinions. It's like garage talk, or something like that.
I know, like all of us are old enough to remember where before YouTube and podcasts, all that stuff, people would go like to bars or someone's garage. They would watch the game and they would banter and they would talk, and everyone would have like weird ideas, and we would make fun of them. Same thing with baseball, basketball, all the other sports. That's what it was. Now, because of social media, everyone has a voice. Instead of normal people just talking with their friends, talking ideas, now people are doing it on YouTube, and people are growing a community. They're having fun. Again, I'll be completely honest. Yes, do I piggyback on the stuff that I see on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook? Of course, I'm not going to lie. I do that, but I don't do clickbait. That's one thing I never do. I would never say, let me make a thumbnail and say, Trey Lance is going to go to the tight ends, and then I'm going to pretend, that is true. I don't do that. I just give you my thoughts, my opinions about the news. That's all I do. I that's why it's a disclaimer. 49ers Ultimate Report. My name is John Jay. I do reporting, opinion. I analyze, but I'm a die-hard fan. I always do that disclaimer.
Okay, so Joe won't be here tonight with us. He has more important stuff to do.
City.
And this looks like it's gonna be it. I don't see Carcast or Bebop Jones. So the order is gonna be David McNiner, John Jay, No Border Sports, Nathan Z, David Corona, and if Bebop come in and chat, Bebop. Then Brian Cup and Carcast, if he come in. YTC, what's up? I'll be doing YTC tomorrow. And then me. Then if Brian, did your cousin say he gonna be able to come?
I sent him the link. He sent me a thumbs up. So I don't know if he'll pop in or not.
Okay.
Sometimes he does get busy. So but he might be watching. He might not be able to, come in.
Okay. And okay, the ones that are in the chat, again, when I read off the question, I'll say number one. You put one, and then you answer either A, B, C, or D. This is gonna be 49er trivia. I'm gonna put the link in the chat too. If you want to come in, you can. Hey, Bebop, he's here.
Yeah, come on in, Darwin. I know he's not a Niner fan, but he would be fun to. He might actually get half of our questions right.
Darwin, if you want to come in, but this is gonna be 49ers trivia. Excuse me. Today I rode my bike. Woo!
Oh yeah,
My arm is feeling good.
Oh, good. How long of a ride you go for?
3.41 miles.
3.41. Hey, there you go. That a kid. That a kid.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Was it a nice day out too?
Yep.
It was a nice day here too. For the most part, it rained a little bit, but it's Washington.
Yeah,
Like
it's pretty
anytime
nice
they
over
say
there,
there's
too.
no chance of rain, it's a lie. There's always a chance of rain.
It's been raining like
Well,
every day in Florida for me.
They do call Washington the evergreen state, so you gotta be evergreen for a reason.
Bro, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
So how
You go,
come half
oh,
of your
like,
states got like half of your states like nothing but vegetation, and then the other half is like desert? Am I right or am I wrong?
yes, it's because of the rain shadow. The rain shadow effect. So what happens is clouds are filled with moisture. And for them to go up and over mountains, they have to drop weight. And so they drop moisture. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all their weight is moisture.
Yeah.
So they got the mountains right here off the coast. So essentially, all the storms off the Pacific Ocean that are going to hit us come right off here and have to lose all their moisture before they go up and over. And so they lose it all here, and then they just skip over eastern Washington until they hit the Rockies again. They don't have to drop any water, essentially.
Yeah.
So yeah. So here, like, bro, it's beautiful. Like in the middle of summer, you deflate an inner tube, you put a cooler in it, you inflate it back up, you fill it with beer and ice, and then you just tie it to your inner tube, and then you float down the river, drink a beer, and you don't even have to get out to use the restroom. You just pee right in your tube. You know what I'm saying? And drink beer, put your can put your can back in the cooler. We're not littering. Nobody's gonna step on no cans while they're fishing or the kids are playing. No, we don't do nothing like that. But go ahead, have yourself a beer.
Isn't the saying, like clear water is going past two rocks or something like that? Once you see it the stream go past two rocks, it's clean water again. So now I've been up there to Washington a while, and my grandma used to live in Chehalis. I've been up there many times, and it's a beautiful state.
If you just hold up for a second, whatever was in that area that you were coasting down the river with, that keeps going. You know what I mean? And then you got fresh water, right?
Yeah, it's always clear water. That's like the joke. It's like after you see two stones in the river, it's
every hour or so you kind of pull off to the side. There's a reason.
There was
the Sacramento River.
Chat.
Sorry, Corey.
Okay, chapter 8.
Chapter 8.
No air zone. It's quiz time. Trivia time.
Yep.
Number 1. Before Richard Sherman was named to the Pro Bowl after the 2019 season, who was the last 49er defensive back to be invited to the Pro Bowl? A. Eric Reed. B. Carlos Rogers. C. Deshaun Golson. Or D. Antoine Bethea.
So the question is, prior to Richard Sherman, what was the last defensive back to make the Pro Bowl for the 49ers out of that group? Right?
It says before Richard Sherman was named to the Pro Bowl after 2019 season, who was the last 49ers defensive back to be invited to the Pro Bowl?
All right.
A.
What are the choices?
A.
Thank you.
Eric Reed. B. Carlos Rogers. C. Deshaun Goosen. Or D. Antoine Bethea.
I don't remember Antoine Bethea ever making the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean? I don't remember that. I got it down to two guys. I'm just struggling on which one's which. And they both played around the same era, so it's kind of, it's like a 50-50 shot at this point. So B is Eric Reed.
No, A is Eric Reed. B is
Okay,
Carlos
okay.
Rogers.
I'm taking A. I'm taking A. It's Eric
A.
Reed. Yes.
Okay, John Jay.
Who? What letter is Carlos Rogers?
C. B.
I'm gonna take B. Because that Harbaugh team had a lot of good players, so I'm gonna just go with that. And Eric Reed was good. He was good. So
No Border Sports.
I'm gonna go with D. Antoine Bethea.
D.
How'd you say it?
Antoine Bethea.
No. How'd you say it? You said you're gonna go with what?
Yeah, I'm going with the D.
Man's already taken the
He's
D.
going with the D.
Hey, you think I'm gonna have to ease into this? Nah, we getting it over straight from the gate. Not gonna sit here and be scared of it coming. No, we're just gonna get it over with. Rip the Band-Aid off real quick. We're here. Choke on that.
Hold on.
Okay. Nathan Z.
I'm gonna say A. Eric Reed.
A. David Corona.
Give me A too.
A. Bebop Jones. Oh. Brian.
Oh, let's see. I really like Eric Reed. What was C's letter? C's player again?
C was Deshaun Golson.
I'm gonna take C.
C. And do y'all see what did Bebop answer yet?
Yeah, he said A.
He said A.
Yeah, he said A.
Okay. And Corey says,
You know the answers?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
Nope. I haven't looked at it.
That's right.
And Corey says, do I want to listen to follow David McNiner? Because he's been doing right. But I'm gonna go on my own. I'm gonna follow No Border Sports. I'm taking the D.
He's taking the D.
Smart man, Corey. Get it out of the way first. It's all downhill from here. All downhill from here.
Okay, let me go back to the beginning of number 2. Oh, did Derwin answer? Anybody else answer? I didn't even look at that. No, he not answering now. Hey, platform.
Hey, Lawrence.
What's up, folks?
What up, platform?
Lawrence, if you want to hop in there, the link is in the chat. And we're doing trivia. If you want to, you can just, or if you just want to stay in the Chat, just put 2 in the answer.
Or if you want to come in and tell jokes, but you got to be between the questions.
Okay, number 2. When did Deion Sanders play his one season with the 49ers? A, 1993, B, 1994, C, 1995, or D, 1996?
Everybody better
David
get it.
McNiner?
It's kind of like this. If you get this wrong, then you gotta you gotta surrender your fan card.
Well, it's not true. It's not true. It's kind of a trick question because the way the
Oh,
season.
okay. Read
How
the
is it a
question.
trick
Read the question again.
No. In all reality, when you say a season, it should be like the 94, or the 90, the 89, 90 season. It shouldn't be, like that's the year the Niners started and then they won the Super Bowl, right? So it's like, that's why I'm saying it's a trick. It's kind of a trick.
When did Deion Sanders play his one season with the 49ers? A, 1993, B, 1994, C, 1995, or D, 1996?
I'm taking B.
B. You're taking the B, 1994? John Jay?
So basically, in the regular season, when was the only time Sanders played with the Niners? He played in the 1994 regular season, 1994.
So you're taking the B. No Border Sports.
B, Megan the Stallion.
Megan the Stallion.
I hadn't thought about it until you were about ready to ask me. I was like, "Oh, who am I going to say?" I was like, "Oh, let's go back to the girl." And then at some point, I'm going to go look up that pitch again. I'm telling you, at some point, watch
Megan
them
the
hams
Stallion.
just go tank.
Megan the Stallion, you have a great personality.
Nathan Z.
She has an amazing
Going
personality.
with B.
B.
Yes, sir.
David Corona.
The same. B.
A, B, C, D, F, U. Right? And your
says, he said anything yet? I can't
No, he
see.
didn't drop his, but he did say they are dumb for not keeping him, and he's right. But I think it was the amount of money that Deion wanted. That's why he walked away.
Yeah. Okay, so Brian.
I'm gonna say B, but again, you guys know what I'm talking about. This is one of those weird questions.
Brian, you're very technical. Very forget.
But I'm gonna say B because that's the year he was on the team.
Brian, can I ask you a question? Were you that kid that annoyed the class and your teachers? No, teacher, let me.
Well, okay, so there was a certain point in maybe my life that I was like maybe that kid, but then there was a certain point in my life I knew not to ask the teacher, "Hey, you forgot to tell us there was homework." So I was cool. That was cool. I didn't remind her that you didn't tell us that we don't have homework.
Corey says he's following along with y'all. A B. And I believe that is true. I think I remember.
Bebop asked you to repeat the question.
Okay.
Bebop, turn in your fan card.
He said, I don't know. Read the question.
When did Deion Sanders play his one season with the 49ers? A, 1993, B, 1994, C, 1995, or D, 1996? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun.
Go ahead, move on to the next question, Corey, because Bebop will drop it, and then I'll tell you. I'll write it down too. Oh, he said B.
We need to make our own Jeopardy music. Like Not Jeopardy, but
Yeah, something
Actually,
that's not annoying.
Corey, if you go to TuneTank, go to
Oops, I messed
TuneTank,
up.
you can download music, and then you can put the link in the description, and then you won't get a strike for it, or you won't get copyrighted for it. But then you can upload that into StreamYard, and you can play that music whenever you want.
Or we could have Jeff come on and he could sing songs or something.
I can. Jeff, he ain't singing, he rapping. Are you trying to disrespect somebody? Jesus.
Hey, Jeff came in and he messaged me today. He told me that somebody texted Steph Curry that rap song. So Ryan, Steph Curry's listening to your stuff, man.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3.
We on number 3. Are you ready?
Let's
The
see if
10
anybody's
longest, the 10 longest interception return in 49er history all went for touchdowns. True, A, true, or B, false?
the 10 is the. Did you say the 10 longest?
Yep, the 10
Interception?
longest interception return in the 49er history all went for a touchdown. True or false? A or
I'm
B?
gonna say false.
False. You're taking the
Yeah.
B. John Jay?
I'm also going to go with false.
The longest run in 49ers history was not a touchdown?
No, the top 10.
10.
The top 10
longest. The 10 longest interception returns
Oh,
all scored touchdowns is what the question's saying, right, Corey?
Yep.
okay.
No more sports?
Yeah, I'll go false.
B.
It could be true, but it's most likely false.
Nathan Z.
I'm going false.
David Corona?
Yeah, I go false.
Oh, you should have gone A. That's the real answer. I was just tricking everybody by going B.
I know you are.
Because I'm going to go A later.
Bebop,
I know
have
you
you
did.
answered yet? No.
Not yet.
I know you're gonna trick
I'm
us.
take true.
Brian Cup?
I'm gonna take true.
You going true. You taking A. A.
I like it when we catch the ball. We usually score. Bebop said B. He said false.
B. Well, Brian, look like you the only one gonna take true because
All right.
I'm going with everybody else.
That's all right.
I'm going
I'm
false
faithful.
too because I don't like that 10. Okay, number 4. Who is the only 49 player to ever return 2 interceptions for touchdowns in the same game? A. Ken Norton. B. Ronnie Lott. C. Deion Sanders. D. Jimmy Johnson.
I'm gonna say Ronnie Lott. And
Ronnie
I'm
Lott.
just guessing. Yeah, I'm literally guessing, but
So you're taking B. John Jay.
What was the question? I wasn't paying attention. Watching the game.
Who is the only 49 player to ever return 2 interceptions for touchdowns in the same game? A. Ken Norton. B. Ronnie Lott. C. Deion Sanders. Or D. Jimmy Johnson.
I'm gonna take a guess and go with Ronnie Lott. He was really good. So I'm gonna go with him.
Ronnie Lott. That's B.
I'm going to go with Ronnie Pott.
B.
It's 420.
Yeah, right.
JTZ.
Oh man.
I'm gonna just take a guess and I'm gonna say Dion.
Dion.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders was C.
Mm-hmm.
Dana Corona.
Oh man. I'll go with B.
B. Ronnie Lott.
Mm-hmm. I hope that's a good guess.
Brian Cup. And what did Bebop say? He said anything yet?
He
C.
said C.
C.
And then for me, I'm gonna get it out of the way. I'm taking the D.
Taking the D.
Mm.
Jimmy Johnson. I've never heard of him much.
Jimmy Johnson, not the Cowboys coach, the real Jimmy Johnson, the Niners.
Bebop, make sure you put the number in front of your question. You ask me. I don't hardly remember Ronnie Lott returning 2 touchdowns, even though he's my boy. 2 interceptions in the same game. I remember Deion Sanders doing it. So I'm going C. So me, Nathan, and said C. And Bebop said C. Okay. Let me see. I wish I could see which one's answer was that right or wrong. I can't look at it. How many defensive backs have played 100 games for the 49ers? A, 8, B, 9, C, 10, or D, 11?
I'm muted. I was texting a girl. What was the question? Sorry.
How many defensive backs have played 100 games for the 49ers? A,
Ooh.
8, B, 9, C, 10, D, 11.
Wow. I'm just thinking. So it starts with 8. I'm gonna take. It's A is 8, right?
Yep,
I'm taking A.
A. John Jay,
The question was,
how many defensive backs have played 100 games
oh,
for the 49ers?
oh,
A,
so,
8, B, 9, C, 10, or D, 11?
so defensive backs that have played more than 100 games. Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna take a guess. I'm gonna go with A. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No Border Sports?
I'll go 8.
8A. Nathan Z?
Going with A.
A. David Corona?
I go with 8.
A. B-Boss, did you say anything?
He said A.
He's still not putting the number. Huh. Bryant?
I'm gonna say 9.
9.
Yeah, I think that's B.
B. And Corey is going to go I can't see 10. I can't see 11. It's out 9 or 8. I think you got to be out of 8 or 9. Since everybody went 8A, 8, I'm going to 8-2. I'm going to follow everybody. I'm going to be a follower, not a leader now. And Tony Cups, what did she say in the chat?
Good evening, Tony.
Tony.
Hey, Tony.
It's Tony with an I, not a Y.
And do you know why she spells it with an I?
I do not.
Okay, so if you're looking at spelling and you see like Toni, I is because she's not a guy, right? If you have a Y, that means you're a guy.
My stepmom is named Terry with an I.
See, it works. It works. And then Tony's cousin is Tony because he's a guy.
NY, yep.
Yeah. So, but that's what she says, and I think it's really cool too. So and then my grandma Rita, Rita, yeah. Anyways, same thing. Got an I. So shout out to the
Number 6. So when you put the answer, remember in the chat, put 6 and then the letter.
Yeah, for all you in the chat.
Which linebacker does not share San Francisco record for the most interceptions by a non-defensive back in season? A. Jim Farnhurst. B. Frank Nunley. Or C. Dave Wilcox. Or D. Keaton Turner.
Tina Turner ain't never played no
I'm gonna
linebacker.
I'm actually gonna.
She did mess up Ike in that limo, but she ain't no linebacker.
Keenan Turner, not Tina. Keenan.
Allie Mae.
So,
Number 58.
so like, okay, hold on, I got a coffee.
You know Allie Mae?
Hey, will you like restate the question though? I kind of thought I heard something weird there.
He said linebacker.
Which linebacker does not share San Francisco record for the most interceptions by a non-defensive back in a season? A. Jim Farnhurst. B. Frank Nunley. C. Dave Wilcox. Or D. Keaton Turner.
I'm gonna take the D on this one, and I have
There you go.
no idea because that's like that's an off the ball question there.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not a defensive back, so they're going to be off the ball. I'm joking.
John Jay.
Let's see. I'm either gonna go with C or D. Oh man, that's difficult. C or D. You know what? I have to take the D sometime. I'm taking the D.
Okay.
I too am taking the D. Tina Turner.
He's gonna come beat you up. He means he's old. Don't be calling me no Tina Turner. Nathan Z.
I'm gonna go C.
C.
Yeah, C.
Dave Wilcox. David Corona.
Let me see. You could give me the D too.
Okay, David Corona's taking the D.
Dang.
Bebop Jones says
Corey, you're giving it to him.
No, I don't go that way.
Yeah, he asked for it.
You
No.
did say give me the D.
I don't go that route.
Bebop John says what?
B.
B. Bebop John, make sure you put 6 in front of it. Okay, Brian Cup.
I'll take C.
C. Wilcox. And he said Frank Newberry. And Corey says he's taking the D because he's going 6D. I don't know these other 4 players, so I'm going to take the D. 6D. Do you hear how I say that? 6D. So that's how I want you to do it in the chat. 6D or 6B or 6C. So now we're on question 7. So 7 and then the letter. 7 and then the letter. Who was the first San Francisco secondary member to be named on the All-Pro by the Associated Press? A. Jimmy Johnson. B. Lowell Wagner. C. Rex Berry. Or D. Jim Carlson.
Okay, so the question is, who was the first one
Who
to
was
be
the first
elected to All-Pro?
secondary member to be named an All-Pro by the Associated Press?
That's a crazy one. Okay, and what are the options?
A. Jimmy Johnson. B. Lowell Wagner. C. Rex Berry. Or D. Jim Carlson. Casson.
Casson?
Mm-hmm.
Casson? Kind of like what era did these guys play in? A lot of them don't even sound familiar.
I know. None of them to me.
I know the Jimmy Johnson was like 60s and 70s era. It's kind of hard to even know about the other guys. I'm gonna say A.
A.
Yeah.
So you're going with Jimmy Johnson. John Jay.
I'm also going to take Jimmy Johnson because he was drafted way back in the day, and I don't know anybody else.
No more to sports.
I don't know any of the other players.
I didn't listen. I'll go A.
No.
Sorry.
A. Nathan Z.
I'm also gonna go A.
A. David Corona.
Go D.
Give me the same. Give me the same A.
You're gonna go with the D.
Bebop says A. He's still not doing it. Right. A.
He just left the bar, Corey. He might be driving or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Brian Cope.
I'm gonna take A.
A.
I don't know.
Corey. Don't know none other guys, but he kind of heard of Jimmy Johnson. So he's going to go A. That'd be crazy. We all tied.
Imagine if everyone is all tied. That we so I'm gonna buy a lottery ticket. I'm calling it, and we all have the same score.
I think I'm watching Battle of the Bulge tonight after I get off here.
Okay. Battle of the Bulge.
It's
That's
free
a
on
show.
YouTube. Free on YouTube. 2.5 hours long. Really
Okay.
good.
2 hours long, huh?
2.5.
The Battle of the Bulge.
8.
Battle of the
Number
Bulge.
8. Question 8. Who has the most interception in 49ers history without ever returning one for a touchdown?
Oh,
A.
There's the catch.
Dave Baker. B. Kermit Alexander. Or C. Jimmy Johnson. Or D. Lowell Wagner.
good luck, David.
You must be muted. I can't hear you.
David.
Yeah, I don't like coughing in your guys' ears. So
Mm.
yeah.
That's all right.
So the question
Jerk.
is who
Oh,
so the well now please ask the question again because it kind of sounds tricky to me.
Who
It does.
has the most interceptions in 49er history without ever returning one for a touchdown? A. Dave Baker. B. Kermit Alexander. C. Jimmy Johnson. Or D. Lowell Wagner.
Without returning one for a touchdown. I'm gonna take Lowell Wagner. Is that the
Lowell
D?
Wagner. Yep.
Oh boy,
Taking the D.
that's right.
John Jay.
so basically, the most interceptions, or they just had a lot of interceptions in their career and no touchdowns. Because
Yep.
The most interceptions without a touchdown.
that's a difficult one. I've never heard of Lowell Wagner. I'm gonna go with that one. I don't know if I said that
So
correctly.
you taking the D?
God damn.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it.
John Jay. Not John Jay. No Motorsports.
Ooh, I love the chance to take the D. I don't know. Should I go this time? Huh? Should I do it? Should I just give in?
Do it. Do it.
Give
Sounds
in
like
to it?
everybody.
My dirty
Do it, do
fantasies. I'm taking the D.
He's
Submit.
taking a D.
You know, you
Oh
should just
wow.
Corey.
Nathan D.
Corey, you should change
Oh.
the title to
Yes.
Thursday night 49er or Dirty 49ers trivia.
Oh damn! Look at the chat. Look at the chat. I'm back
well,
in college.
I haven't done it yet, so taking the D.
Oh, Nathan, don't act like this is the first time you've taken the D.
Give me the.
Yeah.
You're
Oh.
just playing coy for whoever
David
might be
Cronin.
watching.
Give me the same. The D.
Shout out Tony.
Is,
Damn.
is this all we're gonna do, or just gonna pick? All right, okay. Next time I'm taking the C.
Can't believe we took an alphabetical letter.
Too bad we can't take the P though. I mean,
Oh, the P.
Oh, don't even get started with P.
We've turned. I'm back in high school.
you know what I gotta say to that?
Is D. Bebop's taking the D.
I'm back in high school.
Brian Cup.
I'm gonna say
See, Brian Cup playing the safe because his wife is in the chat. I'm the player.
Damn.
A. That's right.
Good play, Tony.
He's always watching. See them in the other room giggling. I can do it.
There is an all female Catholic school in San Francisco. That's all I'm gonna say when it comes to all these dirty jokes. Oh,
I don't see it, even though I don't know none of these players here. I'm just gonna follow along with y'all. I was gonna take C, but then I say they ain't gonna pick Jimmy Johnson twice in this book, would they? They
Maybe.
wouldn't put him twice. Insane.
maybe.
I'm gonna take the D. I'm
You
following
know,
along
every
with
time
y'all.
we talk about Jimmy Johnson, you know who I instantly think of?
Coach.
Cool.
The coach.
Well,
Yeah.
he copied our Jimmy Johnson that was there before Jimmy Johnson. So
Yeah.
he's the
Okay, number 9. Tony Dungy was elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame as a coach, but he played 3 seasons in the NFL prior to joining the coaching ranks. How many games did Dungy start for the 49ers in his career? Oh, shoot. I didn't even know he played for the 49ers.
Me either.
A, 3, B, 5, C, 7, or D, 9.
Really? He actually played for us?
Yeah, I never knew that.
That's what this book is saying. I never knew that.
Me either.
I'm just like, huh? Huh?
Ask
But
the
yeah,
Google.
he actually played for us. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't remember that. I
Me
don't.
either.
That must have been a long time
I
ago.
never remember them saying something like, "Oh, Tony Dungy."
Okay, so what are the options?
A, 3, B, 5, C, 7, D, 9.
All right, I'm taking the C on this one.
C.
Yep.
7.
Yep.
Excuse me. John Jay.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with if I don't know the answer, I'm gonna go with C. little humor. Yeah,
What is the question again? Sorry, I didn't hear it.
Tony Dungy was elected to the Pro Bowl Football Hall of Fame as a coach, but he played 3 seasons in NFL prior to joining the coaching ranks. How many games did Dungy start for the 49ers in his career?
I'll go with D.
9.
Yeah.
Nathan Z.
I'm gonna go C.
C. 7. David Corona.
Take the D. Take the D.
Give me 7.
7.
Take the D. Take the D.
C. And Bebop says C. I wish none of the sickness was in here. I should have sent him the link. He probably would have came in because he probably know this answer. Brian.
So the question is how many games did he play with the Niners?
Yes.
Yeah, how many games did Dungy start for the 49ers in his career?
I'm gonna take what's the lowest number? 3?
Yep.
I'm gonna take 3.
A. You know what, Brian? I was trying to be a loner, but I'm not going to be a loner. I'm going with you because I never heard of this. Him playing for the 49ers. And he probably did. Mostly did. He put it. Yeah, he did.
Maybe
so
he was
taking a low number too.
Maybe it was like a practice squad.
A.
I don't know. Something new you learn every day.
Hey, little spongy.
Little Sponge, the Eagles dude.
Little
What
spongy.
up?
Sponge.
What up, little Spongy? I'm saying hi for Joe Stevens for you. Little Sponge. Yeah. He'd be upset right now. In fact, I'm gonna tell him right now and be like, little Spongy's in here, you miss him.
Okay, number 10. The 1951 49ers hold the team record for the most interceptions per game with 33 in just 12 games. How many seasons players record an interception that season? Let me read that again. The 1951 49ers hold the team record for the most interceptions per game with 33 in just 12 games. How many different players record an interception that season? A, 9, B, 8, C, 7, or D, 6?
That's a hard one.
Read it one more time, Corey.
Yeah, but read it one more time.
The 1951 49ers hold the team record for the most interceptions per game with 33 in just 12 games. How many different players recorded an interception in that season? A, 9, B, 8, C, 7, or D, 6? This is 10. Question 10.
I'm gonna take C.
C, 7. John Jay.
Repeat the answers one more time. Just the answers.
A, 9, B, 8, C, 7, or D, 6?
I'm gonna go A.
A.
I'm gonna go A.
A. Get down. A. No border sports.
Yeah. I'm gonna go B.
B. 8. You're going for the B. Going for the B.
Yeah, both of them.
Nathan Z.
I'm gonna go with C.
He's going C. David Corona.
Give me
Take the D. Take the D.
what's the questions again? The answers?
Take the D. Take the D.
A 9, B 8, C 7, or D 6?
Take the D. Take the D. D. D.
Give me 9.
9, A 9.
Boo.
You're going with the A. And Bebop is going. Ooh, I can't see. Let me see it. D, I think he said he's taking a D.
He's taking the D.
Yep, he's taking the D. And Brian Cup.
I'm gonna go C.
You going with the C?
His wife must be in the room.
No, but she's going in the other room, so she's watching you guys.
Oh man.
You guys taking the D and all that.
And
me see.
You know what? I'm getting an A on my report card. So I'm taking an A.
A+.
A.
Corey Davis was a straight A student.
Okay. Yo, CG. Ruthless 49 to
What's up,
talk.
CG?
Another Warriors brother. Like
Nope.
David Corona.
Nope.
David Corona's happy right now because my Warriors have a lead, which is good. Game's not over yet, so I
I'm
can't
watching
see
it right now too.
Yeah, let's go Warriors. Yeah, see, even David Corona's watching the game. He's like,
Yeah,
let's go
I'm going for
Warriors.
I'm going for Sacramento.
Whatever.
I'm going for the Warriors so we can play you guys.
I really want that to happen so bad. I've never
Me
cared
too.
about a playoff series. We'll still own you anyway, like we've done the last decade.
Okay, we are on question 11. So after we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more questions to go.
Almost there. We're almost there.
Okay. Question 11. How many different players had an interception in the 1986 season opener when the 49ers set the team record for most interceptions in a game? A, 5, B, 6, C, 7, or D, 8?
Wow.
So in a game or in a season?
How many different players had an interception in 1986 season opener when the 49ers set the team record for the most interception in a game? A, 5, B, 6, C, 7, D, 8.
That's just a hard question. And I don't think there's actually any trick to it. So what are the options?
A, 5,
Okay.
B, 6, or C, 7, or D, 8?
I'm going with B.
B. You going with the B? E. And B was 6. Okay, John J.
Let's see, I'm also taking B.
John J is taking the B. E. No more to sports. What letter you taking?
I'm gonna go with C.
He's taking a C. C.
I have a feeling this ties in with that last question.
Okay, Nathan Z. Oh.
I'm gonna go with B.
B. E. David Corona.
I'll go with 6.
6. He's taking the B. E. Bebop is taking a B. E. Brian Cup.
I'm gonna take a C.
He's taking C. C. And Corey's taking okay. I'm going B too. No, I'm gonna go A. Okay, we are on question 12. Yeah, I should stay with B. I'm going 12. And David, you ready? David McNiner.
Yes.
Ronnie Lott was named the 49ers Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1981. A, true. B, false.
Defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah. Ronnie Lott was named the Defensive
Keep
Rookie
in mind,
of the
I was
Year
4.
in
Yeah, I was 4.
1981.
So.
A, true. B, false.
I'm gonna say A, true.
You going A, true, true. John Jay?
I'm gonna go true because he was a really, really good player. So if he wasn't, that's all right. But I'm gonna go true.
You
Yeah, I was
going
4,
with
so it's kind of.
A. No more sports?
I'll go A.
You going A, you going true, 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 true. Nathan Z,
I'm gonna go false.
you going with the B, he going false. Oh, yes, he is. David Corona,
Give me A.
you going true, because you said A, A. And Bebop answered, no, not yet. Not yet. Okay, Brian Cook.
I'll take B.
You say the B, E. You say it's false. Bebop. I'm going to go ahead and answer. And I'm going to say I'm trying to remember Ronnie Lott's rookie season when he was a rookie. I'm going B, false. Something about that question is getting on my nerves. Okay. Bebop, are you still there? I'll read the question again for you. Ronnie Lott was named the Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1981. A, true. B, false. That's number 12.
Oh, moly.
Okay, I'm going to move on. Bebop Jones, are you with us still? Oh, everybody, make sure you hit that like button. I keep on forgetting about this. Hit that like button for me.
So the answer's right there on the ticker. He said B. I did right there.
No, that's the other one. That's 11B. We on 12.
12.
We on question 12. We on question 12, Bebop. So 12 is a true and false question. Ronnie Lott was named to Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1981?
Corey, he
12.
might be like, incapacitated, or it might be shuffling keys or getting into his house. If he drops the answer, I'll tell you.
Okay. Number 13. We on question 13. 13. 13. The bad luck.
No, that's a good luck number.
Okay, Ronnie Lott holds the 49ers record for the most interceptions return yards in his career. How many yards does he have? A, 587. B, 609. C, 643. D, 691.
Sorry, I was just talking on my phone. What was the question?
Ronnie Lott holds the 49ers record for the most interception return yards in a career.
Ooh.
How many yards does he have? 508, 587, B, 609, C, 643, D, 691.
I'm gonna take this. Okay. What are the options? Sorry, guys.
A, 587, B, 609, C, 643, D, 691.
I'm taking C.
C. Ooh, C. John Jay.
See,
No Border Sports.
I'll go with B.
B.
Ooh, is that a Ford Ranger?
Yeah, it's my old one.
Nathan Z.
Taking the D.
oh,
Taking the D.
Unfortunately.
Corona takes the same.
David Corona.
No, I go with C.
C.
You know he wants to take the D.
B. Bob Jones. Not here still. Or did he come in? No, that's East. Well,
That's
Little
false.
Scrappy says 12. He said false.
Little
He
sponge.
said D. Little Sponge me. East Coast. What's up?
It's Jess, right? That's her name, Jess.
That's Jess.
Hey, Jess.
Hey, Jess.
What up, Jess? For the East Coast Red and Gold podcast.
Gotcha. LOL.
Says gotcha. Oh, I saw this on my
Oh,
channel.
what up, Gotcha? Seen him earlier.
I saw it on my channel for the first time. Gotcha.
2 people got ejected tonight? Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been working on this here. I had this metal sliver in my hand all weird. I got it glued shut. I don't know if I
Okay,
can.
where was
I
actually
hate metal.
Brian.
I hate metal slivers.
You guys, well, it looks like a red mark, but you see that?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was in my hand in an awkward positions, but I got it out. But that's what I've had my camera off. I've been working on that.
You
Yeah,
see,
I dig that stuff out too. I'm not allowing shit to be in my skin.
It's like my job is a tetanus shot required type of thing, you know.
what's
Literally,
that?
we literally have to go get them like on time too. Our boss makes sure that it's on records.
what's that thing called? Where like a person is like putting two pieces of steel together. That there's a flame, a very hot flame.
Welding.
Yeah, welding. So they're putting new locks on our.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do this after this.
Okay.
Bryant Cook,
I'll take C.
C. And where was I? Where was I? I'm taking the D. That's 13, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, they welded some locks, and because I'm stupid. After they finish it, I wanted to hold it to see how it looks. That thing was, oh man, I don't know how to describe it.
On fire.
That was, oh man, that was not fun. I will never do that again. I learned my lesson.
Why would you do that?
Well, I was trying to see, like I was basically, all right, they finished it, and I said, all right, let me see how.
Here we go.
So
You have to wait a couple.
How many? Number 14. We on 14.
okay.
We on 14.
Come on now. We got 2 more questions.
Outings did Ronnie Lott? Yep. How many games did Ronnie Lott play when he led the league with 10 interceptions in 1986? A, 13, B, 14, C, 16, or D, 16?
So, how many games did he play in 1986? Is essentially the question, right?
I don't know what he said.
How
He ready to
many
do that.
games did Ronnie Lott play lead with 10 interceptions in 1986? B, 14, C, 15, or D, 16?
What?
B is 14, right? B?
Yes.
Okay, I'm taking B.
Yes. So you're going to be
Yes, sir.
John Jay?
What was A? I didn't hear A.
A was
13.
13.
Okay, so A 13,
13, 14, 15, 16.
So you know what? You know what? B, whatever. Let me take B. I don't know.
14.
Yeah.
No more sports?
I think I'm gonna go A.
A. And A was 13. Nathan?
I'm gonna go A.
A. David Corona?
I go with 13 too.
A. And Bebop's still not here. Man, I hate that because he didn't get to finish his thing.
Maybe he went to sleep. I don't know.
He was at the bar.
I think he said he lives in Pennsylvania.
Bryant?
I'm going to say 14, Corey.
14.
Good night,
Take a
Sponge.
beat.
You're my boy, Blue. And shout out Joe Stevens. Joe Stevens says you're his boy too, little Sponge.
Spongy.
You're all our boys.
Sponge.
I'm taking D because I can't remember Ronnie Lott missing many games. Let me read that question again. How many games did Ronnie Lott play when he led the league with 10 interceptions in 1986? How many games did Ronnie Lott play when he led the league with 10 interceptions in
So it's a
1986?
16 game schedule.
Yep. You know what? I'm taking a D. I think he played all 16.
Hmm.
So I don't remember him missing.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready for the last question?
Last one. We made it.
Which defensive back was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1960 in exchange for the first round pick that San Francisco used to draft Jimmy Johnson? A. Dick Mogo. B. Abe Wilson. C. Dave Baker. Or D. Lowell Wagner?
Oh.
Sorry. I was coughing again. What are the options again? And it's 1960. Am I correct?
Yep. Which defensive back was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1960 in exchange for a first round pick that San Francisco used to draft Jimmy Johnson? A. Dick Mogul. Mogul? Dick Mogul? Or B. A. Wilson? Or C. Dave Baker? Or D. Lowell Wagner?
I'm gonna say C, just because I have no idea.
C. So you said Dave Baker. John Jay?
Say the answers one more time.
A. Dick Mogul. B. A. Wilson. Or C. Dave Baker. Or D. Lowell Wagner.
Um, I'm gonna take C because I don't know any of these players, so I'm gonna take my guess. Letter
C. No more to sports.
I'll just go with whatever they said. Would David go with?
He said C.
And John will see. I'll go see. Boom. There we go.
Because I don't know
That's
any of these
15th in the buck.
Nathan Z.
I would do that with.
I'm gonna go C.
C. David Corona.
I go with C.
Yeah, that's what I did when I took test C, and I would get it like
And Bebop still not here.
No, he's back.
Are you back?
50.
Yeah, he said he needed food.
Okay, Bebop, I'm gonna go with the ones you missed
Number.
a little later after I finish this one. So 15, then we go read 15 again for you.
Sorry.
Which defensive back was traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers in 1960 exchange for a first round pick for San Francisco use draft Jimmy Johnson? A. Dick Mogul. B. Abe Wilson. C. Dave Baker. Or D. Lowell Wagner? Bryant?
Which one's Dave Baker?
C.
I'm going to take Dave Baker because we have two Coronas. We have two Davids.
Okay.
This makes sense.
And Bebop says C.
We're all wrong.
You're probably right. I bet we are all wrong.
But at least we're wrong together.
I want to go with y'all, but I don't. I want to stay away from the C. It's time for me to take.
Corey.
I'm taking the D.
Corey.
Oh, don't do
Oh,
it.
God. Might as well just be a Raider at this point, Corey. Joking.
Okay, so I'm just gonna read the ones that Bebop missed for him.
You guys have a good night. I gotta go.
All right, have a good
All
night.
right,
Filson
everybody.
Cups.
Yep. You guys have a good night, everybody. All right. Later.
Okay.
Go Niners. Go Niners. Late.
Don't get any on your hand.
Later. Oh my goodness.
Okay, Bebop. Question 12 for you. The true and false question. Ronnie Lott was named the Defensive Rookie of the Year in 1981. True or false? A or B? A, true. Number 13, Ronnie Lott holds the 49ers record for the most interceptions, return yards in career. How many yards does he have? A, 587, B, 609, C, 643, or D, 691? This is question 13. He says 691 D. He's taking the D on that one. That's 6D. Yep. Okay. And the last one for you. 14. How many games did Ronnie Lott play when he led the league with interceptions in 1986? A, 13, B, 14, C, 15, or D, 16? This is question 14. And he says 14 is. Yeah, question 14. You want me to read it again? How many games did Ronnie Lott? Oh, B. Okay, he said 14. B. Okay. Ooh, we made it. I'm just going to look at one question, see if we got it right. To everybody that got this one right, is the Tony Dungy. one. Tony Dungy.
Yeah,
Tony Dungy was number 9.
that was a good question.
So if you said C7, you got it right. Number 9, you said C7. You got it right. Nathan says C. David Corona says C.
Oh wow, I got it right.
David Mayniner says C. John Jay said C. I think I might got it wrong. Brian said A. Bebop said C. Did I follow along with y'all?
No, I think he followed with me that one.
Yep. I say A.
Unless I know for like 100%, I'm not going with everybody. I'm gonna make my own decision.
Yeah.
I'm not piggybacking. If I know it's true, I'm gonna answer that one. If not, I'm gonna make my best economical, best
Mhm.
kind of guess I can.
So for the rest of them, I will give
Sunday.
Sunday.
All right.
So any news, 49er news?
Do you call rumors news?
No,
Then I don't think we have any news.
there's no news. If we want to talk about rumors,
Oh,
there's so many of them.
There's some regurgitation too.
Mhm.
Did you guys see the Cardinals' new uniforms?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Joe and I were talking about those
They're
things.
so
I didn't
ugly.
see. Ooh, I didn't see that.
They're
It's
so
like,
ugly.
it's like a mix between like the Cleveland Browns, the Saints, and the 49ers. I swear they like stole our shoulders.
They can't
And then
figure out if they want to be a red team or a black team or a white team.
To
Probably
me,
did.
their jerseys look like crap, and they didn't even like. I don't know.
Corey, I've sent it to you now.
Yeah, they're so
Very underwhelmed.
Bring my phone.
Their home jerseys just say Arizona in big lettering across the chest. It looks so bad.
I mean, I kind of like it that it's all basic, but it looks so basic it's cheap.
Phone do right, please.
Yeah, I sent it to you on Messenger. I mean, it don't look bad.
Hey,
but it
Hey,
looks
Brian,
like-
mute yourself real quick.
Come
Yep.
on.
The clicking noise.
You got a fan. You got a fan or something going, Brian. It's that same one. You can unmute. I just noticed it was there again. I got to teach you how to use. Oh, maybe I shouldn't because I have issues with it too.
Maybe it's my computer, because that's the only thing that's on,
Like-
unless it's my lights transformer.
It
I don't
sounds
see
like
it, Brian.
sounds like a fan.
Yeah, it's got to be the fan in the computer. That's the only
It's a
thing.
it's a clicking. It's like a click, 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 and a spin, like a click, click, spin. Something
Yeah,
like that.
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's a fan because it's probably just like the
Yeah.
thing creaking as it's turning.
Yeah, I don't see it, Brian. You sent in my messenger. It's not there.
Mhm.
It's not letting me bring up any. I don't know why I can't get on StreamYard on through my Facebook Messenger. On my phone, I can do it on my computer, but on my phone, I can't.
I can send it to you on your Twitter too. I retweeted it. I'll send it to you on your Twitter right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they're away jerseys.
Oh,
they pretty
I
much
think,
stole our
no,
95s.
no, they're not.
Our 95s aways. They stole them.
Beto's here.
9 and 6 is.
That's. I would not put that comment up there.
want to come in, Nine of Sickness, the link is in the chat right below you now.
Told you not to put it up there, but he didn't listen.
Okay.
No, YouTube's not. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that joke. He's gonna keep it up.
Is it? I can't read it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Come on, John Jay. I need your help to read it.
I'm not gonna read that. Ask David McNiner.
David Corona will say it.
It's a
Oh,
dildo.
boy.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shout out to Austin Powers with the eggplant emoji.
Austin Powers.
Oh man.
Nice to meet you. First time seeing you. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I'm sorry you missed the trivia. We just got finished doing 49ers trivia. I see you wearing a Lakers jersey. Are you Lakers and 49ers, or are you Lakers and LA Rams? Or are you, what team you represent? What football team you represent? Let me see if I have any.
Is it still there?
Oh man, messed up.
Is the clicking still there?
You know what? I don't hear it.
I think it could be my light, but I'm not sure. But either way, yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, I'm looking at the jerseys now. It isn't plain.
Does your
Oh,
light
wait,
have a fan built into it?
What, my transformer? My light?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the-
it's a pretty big light, Brian. It's a heavy duty. When I turn it on, it's like zzz, and then it quiets down and shit. So,
maybe
Yeah,
you
I
just
got-
need some ring lights, bro.
I don't know. It's a pretty old house. My landlady don't like to pay for stuff, so.
No, do you know what a ring light is?
Oh, for your YouTube streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get-
that might be an idea.
You might want one or two of them though.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see my face.
Now, this is not like serious 49ers news, but a lot of people have been complaining about that the 49ers Twitter lost a check mark, and everyone's like blowing the gasket because I don't have Twitter.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Oh, okay, somebody's coming in. Who is it? Let me see. It is my brother from another mother. He's a Lakers fan. And he also a 49er fan. And wears the 49ers on his hands. He has a tattoo that says SF on it. And his name is Beto, but I always call him Niner Sickness.
Well, thank you there, Corey, you big husky dude. My big black brother from another mother. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
You're looking fine. Look at yourself.
Okay now.
How's everybody in the panel? Look at this young kid right here.
Oh,
This 18-year-old honky
Oh, yeah.
donkey.
How come you're not going to try and sexually harass me?
You're too ugly.
Well, yeah, but you're going to make me feel left out. It's not nice. That's
Oh.
rude.
Poor Ryan. Bend
Yeah,
over, my friend. Bend over.
I'm already bent over.
Well,
I've been taking the D all
Whoa.
night.
me and Brian
You
will
have
just take we'll be right back.
You know how to spell R-U, dude?
Huh?
You know how to spell run, right?
No, I know how to spell what?
Oh,
You know how
not
to
this
spell
joke.
run?
Not this joke.
You
Yeah.
bend over and
Run.
say it
When
and spell run 3 times. Bend over and spell run 3 times.
Of course.
No, thank you.
when Beto said that, I was like, that's the first thing I could think of. So old joke, funny, but
Steve-O says,
hey,
I
so
went to
Tony,
4 accounts. Can I see Beto? I blocked all your accounts, buddy.
All your
Okay.
accounts are blocked. 152 of them.
Hey, so Tony had brought up this question, and she had actually told me about it today. Taylor Pepper lost his check mark. So you guys know on Twitter, you have to now pay for your check mark if you want to, or maybe you always
Yeah.
had to pay for your check mark.
If you're not paying for them, you lose it.
Yeah, so Taylor Pepper, our favorite long snapper, he lost his check mark today.
I never
Yeah.
understood the check mark though. Who cares?
So
The check mark means like you're validated or whatever. You're like, that's you.
If
for-
that makes you feel validated, then you have more issues than a check mark.
mhm.
I mean,
Now,
I kind of get it, like no one else is using your name because there are a couple people out there that make like, different accounts and
Steve
say
wants
they
a
were
Brembo.
so-and-so.
like
I mean, like, I don't know.
Mhm.
I kind of would like, I don't know. I like the check mark, but then again, like you said, if it makes you feel more validated, more power to you. You can't pay for everything,
well,
Rich,
like,
Rich
well-
Eisen lost his to
well,
on
like-
air.
when that Musk
Oh
dude-
shit.
when that Musk dude, bought Twitter, like everyone was like, I'm boycotting Twitter. And like there are rumors that he's trying to collapse Twitter. Because the first thing he did when because the Twitter is in downtown San Francisco, he fired 1,100 people. The first thing he did, he fired 1,100 people. Then he's like, I'm gonna sell Twitter, but I want to ruin it as much as I can before I sell it to somebody else. So, like I don't know what that dude is trying to do. Again, like I know, like Twitter's like more like non-football news, but I don't know what that dude like. Yeah, that guy is rich, so he probably doesn't care. So yeah. Because he said, once I buy Twitter, I'm gonna make people pay monthly, like if you have an account,
Subscription.
even if you have like one subscriber or whatever Twitter is, they're gonna make you pay once a month to use the service. And he's starting to do what he's promising. That's why I'm like, oh, I'm glad I don't have a Twitter, because if you're gonna be forced to pay to use Twitter, that's how you're gonna collapse a business.
He's going to be a pimp on Twitter.
Mhm.
He's going to pimp everybody out. You got to pay. That's unfortunate though, because you normally how these social medias work is the more people you have following, the better you're going to get paid from the advertiser to advertise their product. But like
Yeah,
you said, he
that's
has
not-
money. He don't care.
That's not necessarily like what his goal is to cancel Twitter. He bought Twitter because they canceled him off of Twitter, right? Well, and they canceled a lot of people that he liked off of Twitter. So him buying Twitter, and then if you want to be verified, yeah, you can make a little bit of he can make profit off of that a little bit, but that's not his ultimate goal. His ultimate goal is to get rid of a bunch of the bots and the people that are fake on Twitter, and the fake news. That was the goal.
Well, at the end of the day, like social media, is dictated by people. And again, I don't like talking about this because like we get really off topic and someone always gets offended. But people have to understand the internet is like the Wild West. Like whatever happens. Of course, there are a lot of bad things on the internet for those who do not know, but the government is trying to regulate it and like basically they want to monitor it. So you have people like Musk who like wants it to continue to be what it is. The government doesn't. That's why all these social media companies are like just like bending over and say, "All right, government, whatever you say, we'll do whatever you want." So it's not just like a check mark thing, paying for a subscription. He did it for like non-good reasons.
Woo! Man, I was hoping, Joe, I had this article. I wanted to ask Joe, because it's about his team. I was going to ask him. It says 4 potential trade targets for the Seahawks during the 2023 NFL draft.
I'm here today representing Joe, by the way, so go ahead.
I think Joe would concur with that.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. But
Can you say that in Spanish?
That's how Joe would have wanted it.
Yep, in Spanish. So can you ask the question in Spanish or the statement?
Por favor.
No, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't speak.
Por
Sí se
qué?
puede.
Spanish.
Sí se
Por
puede.
qué?
¿Por qué? Ándale, Corey, no seas mamón.
Corey, ¿cómo estás? ¿Estás bien?
Corey. Hola, Corey. Míralo. De chivato.
Sorry. I
You
don't
sounded,
speak
you
English.
sounded right now when you laughed. Like, what's the name from the Addams Family? The butler? What was his name? The way he used to laugh on Addams Family. It's funny.
Oh, well, not Gomez.
No, not Goldman. That was the main character. It was the
Yeah,
butler.
that
Fester was the uncle.
Uh,
Fester was the uncle. Was it oh my gosh. I can't think of it now.
Lurch.
Lurch.
Gomez was
Lurch.
my favorite.
Yeah, he was
He was like
he was funny.
He was like the Ricky of the Addams
Yeah, he
family.
was actually. Yeah, you're right.
Ricky Ricardo, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I Love
from
Lucy.
I Love Lucy. Yeah.
Yep.
You
You
guys,
can't
you
go
know those,
to
they
the
were
club,
really married,
Lucy.
right?
Did you guys ever see any of the spinoffs or like the Netflix show? I think it's
yeah.
YouTube.
Oh,
Wednesday.
what? I wasn't
Wednesday
asking about
Addams.
that. I was going to ask
Oh yeah, I
about
like it.
You
The
can't go to the
Wednesday?
club.
Wednesday.
You can't go to the club, Lucy.
She's hot.
Wednesday Adam. I think it's on YouTube. And
She's like 4 feet tall.
That's
You
nice
know-
though. That way, when you get a phone call or somebody rings the doorbell and you're having, you can just walk up and get out of bed. She's with you.
No.
Lunch.
I like the dance you did though. That was pretty good. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys probably don't know. But it's been all over YouTube. Uh-oh.
Juanito Guantanamo.
Come on, Santana.
Did y'all see the video that Lawrence posted?
Lawrence who?
Platform 246.
After a dude,
Platform. Okay.
he posted the video of Kyle Shanahan. I'm looking at it. I said, I think that's when we drafted Trey Lance. He made that video about people just kept on running with the rumors, and Cal just let it keep going.
Excuse me.
You're welcome. Excuse me.
It's a video said, "Never forget." Kyle Shanahan's on Trey Lance rumors. That was
I say we trade all 3 quarterbacks and just let CMC throw the ball.
yeah.
And Bosa can play right tackle.
Oh yeah. That sounds about right.
Yep. This is what you get in the offseason though. So many scoops here, so many scoops there, everything.
These ain't
Everybody wants
scoops.
Scoops.
These ain't scoops.
Like ice cream.
Yeah, these ain't scoops.
They're not. They're lies.
Oh, a lot of them are. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all speculation. It's like
Mhm.
it's like cotton candy
Yep.
on a humid day. Like it just
Mhm.
disintegrates right there in front of you. You're like, oh yeah, I'll
Yeah.
have some. Pick it up, and
Yep.
then it's all matted and dripping down your hand. You're like, well, that's just a mess.
Yep.
So let me ask this question. With
In French.
we all says Kyle Shanahan loves Kirk Cousins, right? You say he wanted Kirk Cousins. So what if the Vikings said to the 49ers, we'll trade Kirk Cousins for Trey Lance? Would you think he'll make that move?
No.
Kirk Cousins.
How about?
So the main reason why is look at our current cap situation. There's no way we can pick up Kirk Cousins' contract, and the cap hit for trading Trey Lance would be like $10 million. So we'd
Mhm.
have to restructure people just to be able to sign our rookie class. We'd have to
Well-
restructure Kirk Cousins just to get him under the cap. It would be an absolute mess. So there's no way we're going to do that.
So to trade Trey, you would need to it only increases our cap by $1 million or so, because essentially you're on for it all instead of just a portion of it, which it was like 80% of it, right? But yeah, then you've got to restructure all of that, and then you've got to restructure probably 2 or 3 people just to get Kirk Cousins on the team with his. I don't know. It depends on if the Minnesota Vikings, you could make them eat it. You could get them to eat, but you'd have to, like, who knows what you're giving them.
Well,
It's
technically, Kirk Cousins is fully guaranteed, so there's no dead money. It goes back to the Commanders that basically for 7 years in a row he's been getting fully guaranteed money. We cannot pay him the $48 million and then the following year, the $40 million, because that's how the contracts that they structured for him. So basically, he will be making about $88 million that we would have to figure out how to pay him. There's no dead money for the Vikings because fully
That's what I'm
guaranteed.
saying. You would have to figure out how to get them to eat money.
Yeah. So anyway, whatever.
Which they might do.
Kirk Cousins not coming to the Niners.
Yeah.
Period, bro.
If Kyle Shanahan, if Kyle gets to make that choice, he is.
I have a feeling too. But I think John Lynch is in the room going, no, Kyle, we've seen what he could do.
And that's the funny thing is we all want, well, not me, but everybody seems to want, John Lynch gone. And he's the one that's holding this thing together.
What's funny is when Kyle first came to the Niners, he was thinking about going after Cousins because he was familiar with Cousins. Once we moved on to Jimmy, the whole Kyle wants Cousins still went out the window. He only wanted him because he's familiar with him, and he wanted to bring somebody that he was familiar, that he know he can win with, instead of taking a rookie that he have to kind of develop a relationship with. But he's not after Cousins anymore. You don't want Cousins. He has Brock Purdy if he wants Cousins. So the whole Cousins people are just still, like Ryan said earlier, speculating on what Kyle wants. I think he's over Cousins. I think he just wanted him the first year because he was coming into a new organization. He was taking over a head coach for the first time, and he wanted someone he was familiar with to build the team around. At this point, they moved on. That's my personal opinion. I don't think they're pursuing him, or Mike Furio is an idiot anyway.
It's just weird. They always seem to keep pivoting back to it. So it's either like the league's trying to paint this picture, or Kyle really kind of is still.
I can imagine Kyle sitting there, bro, and saying, "Wow, can you imagine like if we were the GM and people are like, Ryan wants this, or Beto wants this, or John Jay wants this, or David wants this, and we're like, no, we don't. And you can see the media give a life of its own, and they're like, wow, they're way off.
Well,
everybody
look at
thought
our fan
they were
base.
taking McCurkle, and they didn't. Everybody,
yeah, look at
even
our-
his friend.
Oh, okay.
What's his name?
David
Stu?
McMurner.
Yo.
This is Jimmy G. Our name is not James Richard Garoppolo. See my name across here? It says Jimmy Garoppolo. You better stop. I've been watching you.
Hold on.
Huh?
Hold on.
James.
No, it's James Richard Hospital Ball Garoppolo.
Hey, don't you
Corey.
say that.
Shout out to Corey.
Oh, shoot.
Jimmy
That was
Show
good.
Business Garoppolo.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Corey. Get some good stuff.
But yeah, anyway, I got to work early. Beto, it was good talking to you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
All right,
there's-
Dave.
Oh, all right. John J. later. Bryant Culp, have a good night. Nathan Z. Have a good night, buddy.
out, David.
Ryan.
Peace out,
Ryan,
David.
quit-
Have a good night.
Yep. Have fun in Seahawks land. I know you live up there. Corey,
Get him.
thanks for having me, buddy.
You're welcome.
You know what? I somehow lost the link to the website for the trivia. So if someone wants to send that to me, I'd appreciate it. I don't know how I lost it. I was just looking for it.
I got to update it.
But all right, cool. But all right, yeah.
Buenas
Thanks for
noches,
having me,
buenas
Corey.
noches,
Y'all
güero.
have a good night.
right, hope to see you tomorrow.
Go Niners and fuck the Lambs.
I hope to
That's
see
right.
you tomorrow night, man.
Yep, for
Buenas
sure.
noches,
See you tomorrow night. So, Darwin says, "Ooh, oh, breaking rumor. I want the panel to opine on.
Shoemaker.
According to the NFL, Peter
Schrager.
Schrager and PF talk. Mike Florio,
Yeah, Fleur, like whatever that dude.
Mike
the
Fleur.
Texans would pass on Stroud with the number 2 pick due to his relationship with Deshaun Watson. They share the same agent. Okay, I don't get it.
All right. So then the next question, what's he say? Because he dropped another comment.
What the?
So Peter
Peter.
Schrager is the Baltimore guy. The Vikings want a guy to develop behind Kurt. Kurt ain't going nowhere this year. No, he's probably right. He ain't going nowhere.
I'm trying to
Now-
read the bet. I'm trying to read the one he did before though.
Yeah, I don't
According to
understand that
Peter
question.
Schroeder and Mike Florio, the Texans would pass on Stroud with the number 2 pick due to his relationship with Deshaun Watson. What is that going to do anything?
Oh, I get it. So basically, because of Watson, he has the same agent, and the Texans do not want to work with that agent. I think that's what he's saying.
No, but the same agent as Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, and so
I was thinking of what's his name, the quarterback for the Ravens. He's his own. His mama is his agent, but Deshaun got you.
mhm. Yeah, I'm not-
sorry. Do you think they would if Young went one really the quiz question?
Oh, sorry. Do you think they would if Young went one? Oh, yeah.
Darwin. The questions are so like,
Yeah. Help us out, brother.
It's like, oh, sorry. Do you think they would if Young went 1? Is really the question.
Oh, Bryce Young.
mhm.
Yeah, why not?
I don't think somebody's agent is going to stop them from getting a talent that they're about ready to spend a first round pick on.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody already told me that the Panthers want to move down. Like stupid person. I'm like, why would they move up to number one
Smitty,
spot and now
Lamar
move down?
Jackson.
Yeah, because their owner's a moron.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Apparently, Stroud and Watson have the same agent representative, and there is a lot of bad blood.
Yeah.
Apparently,
If Darwin is saying, if that's true, like again, like if I'm the Texans, I do not want to negotiate with that, agent, because of what happened with Watson, and I don't think that agent wants to, deal with the Texans because both sides really ended up very bad at the end. It is what it is. Watson screwed up. That's one thing I will say. You can feel however you want to feel, but he screwed up. He did some decisions that,
Hello, Smitty. Welcome.
Smitty. No.
Hey, Corey, I think I'm going to jump out, man. I'm going to go.
Okay.
All right.
You have a good night.
no, Brian.
Hey, Beto, you get my message the other day?
No,
No worries. I know you're busy, but
you got me. You sent me a message where?
on Messenger,
Facebook or Twitter?
Messenger, Facebook.
Messenger. Let's see here.
Yeah, I
Senor
sent you a
Brian,
couple. I like
Take it easy,
Messenger.
Brian.
you sent me a link.
Yeah, but go back before that too. I asked you a question, but we'll talk about it later. Ryan, you have a good night. Nathan Z and John.
I
Jerry,
read it
Corey,
off
thanks for having me.
air, that though. There's a reason he's not
Yeah,
talking
don't
read
about
see
it.
it, bro.
off air.
I can't
Okay,
read
then I'll
it.
resend it to you. But
Resend it
it's a
to
love
me. Yeah.
note, so don't say it on.
Yeah.
It's a
Right?
what?
I don't.
He's trying to beat them cheeks.
Right?
Wow, that's probably why I have
Right.
special filters on my messenger that they don't let nothing that wants to go between my cheeks through.
I
Oh,
understand. I'll
Bryant.
reword it, Beto. But I'll talk to
Please.
you
Bryant.
later. Hey, we'll talk tomorrow. Guys. Good night, guys.
Buenas
Good night,
noches.
Brian.
Tell your wife I said hello.
He left.
Okay. And I wasn't being like in a bad way. It was just hello.
So in that scenario, any Bryce Young went first overall.
Oh,
Texas.
look at Nathan.
Mike.
He's a follower. He saw
Yeah.
Ryan put his face. Now he puts his face.
I was just chilling on my
I'm
phone
kidding.
and I put it down. So
Traded second of all to the team that could take Stroud. Okay. Steve-O.
I don't trust quarterbacks from Ohio State, but USC are worse.
So, Nathan Z, I want to ask you this question because I know some non-49er fans from Florida, and I got to ask you this question. Hopefully, you could agree with me. Your state had some flooding. You guys had like a hurricane or something out there.
yeah,
Apparently, there was a news story, and someone says, "I never knew that sharks swim in water." So, let me ask you a question. Do you agree that sharks swim in water?
yes.
Idiot, some idiot from Florida.
But yeah, we just had a hurricane recently, and I think it was September. Hurricane Ian.
Mm-hmm.
South Florida got hit pretty bad. I live in Central Florida, and I didn't get hit bad at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, South Florida got hammered.
yeah. That's the thing that you guys have to deal with every year. Those hurricanes.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, it sucks.
that costs a lot of money. Like if your house gets like every year, that must.
And hurricanes cause tornadoes to form too. And
Mhm.
It sucks.
And you guys have them every year?
Mostly every year.
Forget. But I always wonder what's worse, having tornadoes every year and dealing with them, but at least you dealt with them, or living in California where the earthquakes are too far in between where
Mhm.
you're not used to them because here the biggest one The last one I can remember was 89 here in California, Northern California. So we're kind of spoiled, right? We don't feel it, only little tremors. So when the real big one hits, it's going to catch a lot of us unprepared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These people that deal with tornadoes, they kind of have like food or they have shelter prepared for such an emergency. I think a lot of us in Northern California, I can't speak for everybody, but I think the majority are just living their lives, you know, and when the earthquake does hit, we're going to be like, oh shit, you know, because I don't think none of us are prepared for an earthquake.
Let's see, in 2008, I was watching the Warriors game and there was a 5.6 earthquake. It was around Los Gatos, you know, that was the epicenter. And my house shook for 7 seconds, but it wasn't serious. Then in 2014, the Napa earthquake, that was 4.7. And then there was another like 4 point something earthquake in 2019. But yeah, we haven't had a very big one since 89.
Yeah, there's been a couple of fives here and there, but that 89, I remember I was at the World Series in San Francisco watching the A's and Giants, and that thing that thing rocked. I'm like, oh crap. You know that.
Yeah, I was at work.
People panic, bro. I was more afraid of the people stomping on me than the earthquake itself, because people have no regard for nobody when they're panicked. They just want to get out, and they don't realize that they just make situations harder, because instead of opening up a lane for everybody to run out, they clog everything up because they're all falling on top of each other. Ain't nobody moving. And it's like people, to me, that's the worst thing in an emergency, people panicking. That's the worst thing, man. And I understand it's natural. I understand they're afraid. I'm not blaming them, but they just make things worse when they panic because they blocked everything. There was no exit.
Well, how many times have we seen certain things that weren't necessarily bad, but people got spooked and then a whole bunch of people got trampled to death?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, the worst sporting event in history was it's called the Big Crunch, where there was a game in London, a playoff game for soccer, because they play out there, and they had a thing called the standing, where like it was free tickets, you can go in there, standing room, the things like that, and the maximum capacity was about like 200 people. So basically, like the cops, screwed up and they left the gate open, and because it was a playoff game against two rival teams from London, they rushed in and thousands of people, and basically there was about over 100 fatalities. That's why it's called the Big Crunch. People were like smashed, squashed, and the bodies were like like real life pancakes. It was like the most scariest sporting event ever. So in London, there's no more standing rooms ever, because after that was scary.
Well, I believe it, bro. I believe it. I'm telling you, with that 89, I just sat there, and I believe by me sitting there at the edge, getting out of people's way was probably the safest thing. I'd rather go down with the building than trying to get trampled by those people are panicking, man. And they're going downwards, and they're pushing people in front of them, and they're falling over it. Telling panicking is an ugly thing, man. People, they just want to get out. They want to escape, and they're trying to do whatever, and they'll fall over anybody. There's no, oh, she's disabled, or she's an elderly, or that's a little kid. All the rules go out the door. All that, the normal stuff of caring for you, that goes out the window in an emergency. They don't care if you're an old, disabled, young. If you're in their way, get out.
Everybody forget that. Everybody forget when you were a kid who you did the disaster, the earthquake drill and everything. What you supposed to do during the earthquake?
Yeah, that goes out the window though, unless you practice every day. But
it goes out the window. Because I remember, but this see why I'm not panic. Because where I worked right by where railroad. at Peary School. And when the train goes through there, our building shakes. So I'm in there sweeping the floor. And all of a sudden, we had to say bye to some kids. Last kids leaving, they walking. And all of a sudden, I hear the building start going, doo, 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 doo. And I'm like, oh. Then I looked out the window and said, no train. Then me and the site director looked at each other and said, uh-oh, there's not no trains, earthquake.
Yeah.
But did we get on the tables like we supposed to, standing doorways? No, we just looked at each other like. And the kids come running back in that was outside, oh, screaming, earthquake.
Yep.
And I'm like, man.
Mhm.
And we was lucky that day that the last kids got picked up, that they was out of San Francisco. They wasn't trapped. And their parents were trapped.
Mhm.
Because my sister got trapped.
Mhm.
She was on, if you looked on the Bay Bridge and see a bus sitting before it goes, where the part of the bridge fell,
I
and
remember
the bus
that.
sitting
Yeah.
there, she was on that bus.
Oh, really? Ouch.
Uh-huh. She
I
said they
can
had to
imagine
walk
the
back
people
to
being
San
underneath
Francisco.
there.
Walk. I'm like, man. I
You know,
know
people
that.
like to play. People like to play practical jokes. And I remember one time hearing, forgot what city it was, but it was during the movie. It was late. And you know how the movie is dark, and somebody decided to say gun,
Oh
and people
shit.
panicked and started to run, and a child died through that procedure, and they found out who yelled it, and the person was just thinking it was funny, right? And they gave him a long time in prison. I'm like, wow, a moment of thinking it's funny, a kid loses his life because everybody was running out, and they gave him, I forgot what they gave him, like 20, 25 years. But
Mhm.
that's crazy, man.
I
You
know.
Yeah,
can't
that's
you
just like
can't
you
joke
can't.
around like that.
Nope.
Yeah, because that argument, like talk about like, oh, like there's certain things that you do not say. Like when you're in an airplane, you don't say bomb because like
Yeah.
if
Or
you're up
airport, yeah.
if you're up in the air and someone says bomb, people are gonna panic. If you're in a crowded movie theater and you say fire or any type of thing that is dangerous, that's why you have these arguments that happen about, oh, I should have the right to say whatever I want, even if it's in the crowded movie theater or in a sporting event or whatever. When there's a lot of large gathering and you say something stupid and you panic people, that's why like, the term is like you can say certain things in under a certain extent. That's why technically like and I don't want to sound messed up if anyone's going to get offended or anyone's listening, that the First Amendment does not apply as perfect protective speech because there's certain things you cannot say. There's also words and certain phrases that are disrespectful that does cross the line. So that's why and people are like, oh, I would, oh, I want to say whatever I want, even if it offends you or if it's disrespectful. Then that's why we have this argument. That's why I tell people just show respect, show kindness, and don't be a dick. Because then
Yeah. Technically, people can say what they want, and they do have that right. But there's penalties and consequences for your actions. So you can say bomb in a plane,
Mhm.
but if you cuss, if some people panicking, you're gonna when you land, guess what? You're not just gonna walk away. There's gonna be consequences. So it's just better not to say nothing stupid, especially when you know that it can cause harm to someone. And it's just to keep you. Just because you have the freedom, you shouldn't speak it. Be wise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just because you have the freedom to say something. I mean, I have the freedom to hurt someone, but it doesn't mean there's not going to be no consequences to it. So people just got to be smart what they do and what they say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Offending people like certain like being racist, whatever. Unfortunately, the penalty is not too big for that. It should be, but it isn't. But if you put somebody in danger, you know, you're in the airport and you say bomb or you point something like, you know, those kids have those little fake guns that look real. You know, I remember I heard a story that kid got shot by the cop and the kid had a toy gun, but he pointed it to the officer. Officer panicked and shot him. You know, and they were trying to say, well, the officer should have, you know, what's the word? Trying to like calm the kid down, but unless you're in that situation, you don't know what was happening, and I don't know. But it's like, why is a kid pointing a toy gun to an officer in the first place?
Yep.
Yeah, I know a story like that. The cop broke in the door. He got called something to the scene and something. He broke in the door, and the kid reaction was, did this, and the cop shot him. But hey, I don't know. Somebody called the police. Had the police come to their house.
That's scary, bro. Can you imagine if you're the cop and you have family and kids, and you're going into an environment you're not familiar with for a crime of like division, violent, or whatever they call it, or you hear a gun, and then, you know, you go in there and somebody gets in front of you. A lot of times you're going to react. You're not going to sit there and go, sir, calm down. If they're coming at you, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's hard, man. Now some bad cops make things bad.
Mexico. And we was in Mexico, and we was coming, you know, going back to the United States. And my cousin's nephew was visiting from Texas, and the Border Patrol asked him a question, and he said something stupid, and we looking at him like, we hit him like this, and fool, answer the question right. Okay, you if they keep you staying in Mexico, we going across.
Yeah, you gotta.
Not no joking situation. I forgot what he asked him, but he said something stupid. He was just joking around, but I'm like, you don't joke
in certain situations.
That's not you joke, but stuck out here, and we gonna leave you.
I like that from Darwin. It says, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yep.
Yep. You can't play games like that and expect no consequences. You know.
I got a former coworker. He's a little, well, you know, he's a little heavy set. You know, he's a black dude, good guy. You know, great. You know, good worker, and he's married to a Mexican woman. And they have 2 kids. The daughter's the oldest, you know, half Mexican, half black, the son. And I'm coaching his son, you know, because he wants to play basketball just like his dad when his dad was in college. He said, I want to be just like my dad. He said, my dad's, you know, my hero, you know, good boy, you know. So, you know, that father's raising this kid very well. And then we got, you know, some of the kids, you know, like, and again, I don't want to, you know, cause any problems. But when the kid is white, and he's like, "Hey, what are you? You know, you look a little bit brown. You speak some Spanish. The kid's asking the question, and I said, "Hey, enough. Let's go warm up." And he continues to instigate the situation, and then eventually was like, "Oh, so you are a." So he basically put 2 stereotypes together, which I'm not going to say. One Mexican descent, you know, one, you know, a black, you know, person. And I was like, all right, you know what, you know, like you're done for the day. Get your stuff, get your backpacks, you know, get off my field. 5 minutes after I told, this parent comes up to me. He's like, you don't talk to my kid this way. Who the F are you? And, you know, he's insinuating. So also, I get why your son, you know, is acting the way he is, because you're probably teaching him these things, and all the kids and all the parents were like very scared for me. And I said, listen, your son said something very disrespectful. He's done. He's off. He's off my field. I do not want him. I do not want you. I see, so basically he said, this is America. If my son wants to say these words, he can say whatever. He said, not in my field. So I told him, you have two choices. One, I call the cops. I tell what you did, and then you'll get in serious trouble, or you just walk away. He said, call the cops. So I did. And guess what? Just like I told him, he was in front of his little boy, and I don't know what happened after that, but that's a reminder. Do not be stupid in front of me. And he got what he deserved because he was trying to act like, I'm so tough, I'm not afraid. He was crying. I never saw a grown man cry when they put the thing on him. And so, and all the parents were like, oh my gosh, you're so brave. Like, we can't talk like that. I said, yes, you can. Don't worry. As long as I'm here, everything will be all right. And the parents, like after that, just supported me, gave me all the help that they needed. But it really shows you, even in the place where I live, you still have people, I don't like to use, like certain terms, but they're stupid. They're stupid people. That's what I call them. They're stupid and they need help. So, yeah, I don't play that.
I had a kid at my job. We playing pickle sticks. You know the game pickle sticks?
Yep.
Have you heard of that game?
Yep.
And it's cleanup time to get ready to go outside. And so I say, okay, you need to help me clean. He said, no, you picked it up. You in? I'm like, oh, I said, come here. And I told him quietly, I said, ask him questions. Who takes you outside? You do. Who protects you from other kids? You do. Well, you call me that one more time, I'm not going to protect you. I'm going to walk away. So I think you better just go ahead and pick up these sticks. He said, oh, he looked around. He said, oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot of these kids are product of their parents, unfortunately.
Yeah, I knew that it had to come from his mom or dad.
They learn it from home.
Yep.
They don't pick these things up on their own. They watch it over and over again, and then when they're going through it, they think, well, my mom and dad do it. Mm-hmm. Why can't I? Mm-hmm. That's sad.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no perfect parents out there, but try to keep your whatever you're going to say out of the way of your kids. Like you said, John Jay, when the dad came at you, well, now I see where the kid gets it from. The fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree. Mm-hmm. I got attitude from the kid because I'm getting attitude from you.
Yeah, and like even though he's not my son, because my coworker, like I've watched him grow. He grew up, in the park system. Always, he's a good kid. I can tell you right now, like when he finishes high school, he's gonna go to college. He's gonna be a smart kid. He's not a kid that is very outgoing, but he loves to play sports with his friends. He doesn't like to do all that. Like going out. He's a good kid. So I was kind of a little bit overprotective of him. He's like, dude, like, talk to him, because like all the kids that I have coached throughout the years, high school kids as well, every time they bump into me, hey, John Jay, I just graduated from college, and I got me this great job. It's because of you. And I'm like, wow, like one thing when you work with kids, they grow up and then they always say you were the reason why. If you were not there, I could have been like, in trouble, running around in the streets, getting in trouble. And that's probably like more fulfilling than the money, than when they tell you that John Jay did something. And every time I bump into, the kids and then they start working, doing the same thing. Hey, remember, you watched me grow up. Now I'm working with you. It's like, that is like so much more fulfilling than anything when you're keeping these kids off of trouble. Even the girls, like, it's always fun when like you're like, man, like they really like you, you know, am I doing a really good job? And that's the reason why I was very overprotective because of that guy. Like that guy was just nuts. He was just like, you know, probably off his rocker. And I've dealt with like way worse parents in management position. Like they the word elitist. I'm elite, you know, I'm elitist. So that's the thing about working in youth sports. Like some parents are like, oh my gosh, but you have to learn how to deal with that. And sometimes I tell people, if this is not the job for you, you know, you can do something more like retail or make food. But in sports, parents think they're like I had a bunch of kids. My son's going to be the next LeBron James or the next Ken Griffey or the next Joe Montana. But you're not doing a good job. Well, number one, I'm going to tell you the truth. Maybe your kid's not meant for sports. Like they're good enough, but once they get into high school and college, you know, it's very different after that. So just some parents like tell their kids you're really good for some reason. Yeah. Yep.
You know when you realize you're old, that you're not young no more. Plus, when you work with kids, and then they grow up and they have kids and their kids in your program. It's been that many years. I'm old. I'm not young no more. I'm not in my 20s no more.
Now you're still young, Corey. You know, yeah, you're young.
Old.
You're wiser. That's one thing. Because again, like I'm very different. People make fun of me. I don't celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate birthdays. I tell people, oh, it's your birthday. You're a year wiser. You're getting smarter. Because when you're young, you know, you think, oh, I'm going to have fun. Then you get older and you start to realize, oh, when I was younger, I wasn't good. So we get wiser. We don't get older.
Unfortunately, not everyone, though. Some people, you hope they will get wiser with age, but
that's true.
They're stupid in their 20s and they're stupid in their 50s.
Oh, man.
When you're leaving or you're saying that's you?
Oh, that's me.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Right.
Am I doing it? Am I doing it right?
Well, I thought you were leaving.
See, you can't tell. That's how much I've lost it.
Partying with their own kids and wearing the red flag, the red bandana, you know, and the dad's like 50 and the kid's like 17, and you know, and it's like, I'm like, dude, really? I'm like, come on, bro. It's like, in your 20s, okay, everybody's young and dumb. In your 50s, you're a parent, you're gonna sit there and wear a rag. Orale, norteños, and oh, come on, man. It's like,
I seen those. Like one day, I'm taking a bus. I'm leaving the grocery store. There's this dude. I think he's like almost 70. He's wearing like a tracksuit. He's the pants are sagging. He's wearing like some Nikes or something. And then he has like a do-rag and a cap, and he has like a boombox. And you know, he's listening to music that I've never heard of. And I'm like, what? I started laughing. I couldn't control myself. The guy heard me. He said, yeah, man, I'm cool. I'm young. I'm hip. And then like, I don't know what happened. Oh, my back. And then I just started cracking. I dropped everything I bought. I was laughing. And then I kind of felt messed up. I'm laughing at an old guy for no reason. I've seen that before. Man. I'm an asshole sometimes.
Well, if you're laughing at a 70-year-old,
I know that was me. That was kind of, but the way he like he had like a full on like tracksuit, and he had a big boom box, and the guy had gray hair. Like you could tell the wrinkles. He might have been much older, but he was trying to act like he was in high school or college. I don't know what he was doing, which made it funny. And then when he got hurt, I said, "Oh crap." And I was like, "Oh crap!" I'm laughing.
Well, apparently his back did not agree with him, did it?
So
his back, like, no, you might feel like you're in your 20s, but your back feels like you're 70.
Nathan Z, you in here talking about frozen pea cups?
No, because Steve-O was asking me what's in my fridge.
Oh well,
He asked you.
Definitely frozen pea cups.
Is it Steve or no? It's David Cordova that has the frozen pea, right?
Yeah, Corona.
Corona.
I mean Corona.
Yeah, David
sorry.
Corona.
And then the following day he showed his toenails.
I know. I see. I seen it.
That
I'm
guy
like,
is
dude,
he doesn't
I was
care.
shocked that he was married. Not that he can be married, but I'm like, frozen pea and that's more like a single person. It's kind of psychotic, but he has been married. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
He's probably got his phone sitting in the freezer right now.
You just wait. There's going to be some graphics. Okay, there's going to be some graphics made.
And he's obsessed with push-ups. He says he wants me to do 25 push-ups. I said, why?
Because his key to his success with push-ups is storing his urine.
Wow.
Are you saying I'm wrong, Beto?
No, I'm just
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Like, tell me I'm wrong. Tell
It
me
was the
I'm
guy
wrong.
on the bus. Who's young.
I would like to say you're wrong, but
I've got no proof to say you're wrong, Ryan.
nope.
Got
No, I don't. But I know you were not in Hawaii though.
There was this guy on
shout out to that twit. Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, he said something about, I'd love to see that. And I go, I said,
Well, I
something
read
about,
it.
like,
I saw you going after him, and
you saw me going,
oh yeah, and he was just being
yeah.
polite back.
Oh yes, he tries to do that. He does that all the time, and
I like your
just,
stream. Good luck with your stream.
yeah. He thinks like it's gonna affect me, and I'm just like, go for the throat every single time. Like he's being nice, and I am like vicious.
Crypto Ryan tells it how it is.
That's right.
No holds barred.
Hey, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sick and tired of like people out here both siding something, or like working on behalf of the organization who doesn't need anybody else working on behalf of them. They already got enough people employed and doing whatever the hell they need. You know what I mean? We don't need these people in the media doing their legwork for them, essentially. You know what I mean? Without them even asking. That's the other thing. Like, he can't even get good sources. He can't even get good stinking sources by all this brown nosing and this kissing up. You know what I mean? God.
By the way, I'm going to be on this show next week, so come and check me out.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Hey, go ahead. I have no problems with it, Beto.
No, I know, but I'm kidding.
I feel bad because, people that I know that I want to go watch have him on the show, and I'm like, I can't,
Yeah. I agree with him on the Brock Purdy stuff, but
I'm not going to sit through the show.
I have to disagree with him
You
on
know
the
what I
Trey
mean?
Lance.
Because I'm going to be in the chat saying something, and I'm not going to put them in that situation.
Who's this guy?
Ryan's
Who's this
favorite
guy?
content creator.
What's that?
He wants to know who's this guy. I said your favorite content creator in the universe.
Oh, I've got a couple favorites, especially lately. People went in on Aaron when he was at his lowest, and I was like, I immediately saw red and they went after Raj too. And so I was like, bro, you mess with Raj, you mess with Aaron. Like, I got all like mama bearish, I guess you could say, and was like going for throats. And ever since I got the taste of blood back, you know what I mean? It's kind of been easier to, break my foot off somewhere.
I mean, nobody should go after nobody. You're right, but you can't be putting too much stuff out there either, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But
who would go after Raj? He's always positive. He's never negative.
Dude, he
stupid people.
He's seen an image on Google that he was like, oh, that's perfect. I'll just take that image and then I'll put some text over it, and there's my thumbnail, right? Well, turns out another content creator had actually just taken those two images, and that was his thumbnail. There was like no writing, no nothing, you know what I mean? So then like Raj gets called out for stealing his work, right? And Raj is like, hey bro, it was a mistake. I took the thing down. Don't worry about it. My bad. And he was like, this has happened before. And da, 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 da. It's like, look, nobody is going through everybody's stuff to see whose thumbnail it is. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things going on, like
Especially
the
with
image,
no writing.
and yeah, especially with no writing. And the image you made that you're saying is yours is somebody two other images that other people
That you
own
took.
that you took. You know what I'm saying? So
At least if you created it yourself from scratch, you have some foot to stand on. But
it was that
don't
whole
take my image that I stole from the other person.
it's that whole clique that Aaron kind of talks about, you know, the glass ceiling and stuff like that. It was that whole clique that went after Raj.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a whole bunch of people in that community that just all this and that. And once the logic started getting out there, when I, you know, obviously I'm going after people, I went in this guy's chat and even said something, and he had to reiterate he was sorry and he should have done things differently, and that everything, you know, he's going to call him. And Raj told me they talked, and he said everything's good. They understand they're both competitive.
Cool.
Yeah, they understand now they're both competitive. And you know what that means? That means you're going to have times where you're stepping on each other's toes here and there when you're fighting over the same information. You know what I'm saying?
But
And so
communication's a key, right?
So just take it as it is and understand it's not anything personal. It's just that somebody, you know, like somebody's going to get the lead before someone else. And then the next time the other person's going to get it. And the next time the other person get it, somebody's always going to have to be second. What are they? Just because you came out first does mean I can't inform my community about it too?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
especially on an image that has no words on it. I mean, if it has your name on it,
right,
that's a little different.
But he's talking about other things like people, you know, posting stuff like things. And so it's just like we're all talking about the same freaking content.
Yeah. Let's say, for example, Trey Lance gets traded, and you posted first, Ryan, and then I posted. I'm not copying you.
No,
I'm just posting what everybody.
You're talking about the same topic.
Yeah.
At that point, yes.
Yeah.
You're giving your take
how's it copying
on it. Yes. And
I
I
know,
want
like,
you to make that video.
I
You
know,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know, because like what's been happening on my channel, and I don't know why, but I get it. Is I get emails, and in my, you know, my studio, I get the notification. This channel, which is, you know, like, doesn't bother me, is using your same content, and I'm like, all right, no big deal, because there's so many 49er content creators. So what I do, the nice, kind me. Hey, you know, it's John Jay. How are you doing? Let me take a screenshot what my YouTube should say, and then, oh, my bad, John Jay. I didn't know. You know, I said it's not your fault because we have so many content creators using the same footage. No worries, no worries. It happens. But if someone accidentally, like you're talking about Raj, you know, they're, you know, like I even see the big channels using the same images from the internet. So like I don't want to. Because I don't know the person you guys are talking about. I don't want to sound messed up, but
and it's like, where do we all get footage from?
We're all grown adults. You know, we should.
Where do we all get game footage from, though? You know what I'm saying? The internet. The same, like we all don't have rights to that. Essentially, you know what I'm saying? Like if you put up something that like a Seahawks or a 49ers emblem up there, you don't have the rights to that. You know what I mean? Like you could get in trouble for having that.
Yeah, and I don't care how much you decorate it or you try to make it your own. If you have the 49er logo, it's still the 49er logo.
Right.
So basically, like what I'm trying to say, you know, let's be mature about it. You know, like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. That's why I'm very careful that I don't use anybody else's stuff. You know, because again, and I also don't like copyright claims, even though it doesn't affect you. It kind of scares me a little bit. So that's why I use all my stuff, you know. That's what, you know. So, you know, so I respect everybody's, you know, what they do, because I don't want to be, you know, because I've been told that, you know, so, I don't want to say the name, but someone, you know, uses, you know, other people's stuff, you know, which kind of messed up in my opinion, but yeah.
There's
okay, this guy on Facebook. He was deleting my post. I always posted about 49ers. Breaking news, 49ers this. Plus when Trent Williams signed. And he deleted. I'm like, why he delete my post? And so I go to him. I asked him, when you delete somebody's post, you supposed to send them a message saying, what's wrong with it? Why you delete it? And I would like to know why you delete my post of Trent Williams. And he said, well, because I already posted it. I said, well, you're a Viking fan. And I said, first of all, you live 3 hours ahead of me. So yes, you always gonna get the breaking news first. What I do, I'm still asleep. So if you woke up at 8 o'clock and got the breaking news, I'm still in bed, sleep. So then I say, why don't you stick with your team breaking news? And I'll do mine. Yours is the Vikings. Mine is the 49ers. And he was like, no, I could do whatever I want. And then I said, second off, your post was about how much money Trent Williams had. Mine was a question. Is Trent Williams worth the money that we paying him? And it was a video. It was not no article. So it was two different things.
But even if it was the same, why can't you guys both post it on that group?
Mm-hmm.
He just sounds like he's being an SOB.
And then I said, look, you're going to have probably 100 Trent Williams posts in this group. You ain't able to delete all of them.
You should have told him it's not your fault that he's stuck with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And he quit the group. He left. Oh, we'll be. You don't like it? I'm leaving. I said, go ahead and leave. You don't hurt me.
I already told you, bro. I made you a moderator on my group, and it has about 7,000 followers on the all 32 teams. And you can always post there, and then you can always post on my Niner group, which is about 6.5 Corey. So you don't ever have to worry about anybody telling you can't post there. You know what my group? You know the name of my group, right? The NFL Gladiators.
Yeah, the NWA.
Yeah,
NFL
well,
Gladiators.
It's that's all 32 is that on
Yes,
Facebook.
I'm moderating. I say
NFL,
yes.
yeah, NFL Gladiators, and then my YouTube, and then my Niner one is the Niner Sickness podcast. But you can always go in there and post whatever you want, bro. Nobody's gonna tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
But if I see people posting there about the same thing, just and it's okay. That guy, like that Viking fan, he posted about Trent. Maybe, like, I go in there, maybe I didn't see his because he posted 3 hours before, right? But maybe I come in, I see yours, and I still get informed. And that's the whole point of it, is to inform people. So it doesn't matter who informs them.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody wants to break the news and wants to be the only one. And I'm like, dude, come on. If you don't get paid, don't worry about it.
It's like little petty differences. Like,
look, using like how close you gonna see
your mic, Corey, your mic.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm frozen now.
No, you're good.
I can see I can move in.
There's a small lag, but we can hear you. It's a little small lag. Yeah. No worries.
Yeah, my computer's loading.
Oh.
That's what it was doing, is loading. Because everybody's pitch. Everybody that's have a pitcher. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. I was gonna say like like all these little petty stuff. Like I don't want to sound like like I don't want to sound mean, but like aren't we grown adults? Have we passed a certain point where like, hey, because when you're younger, you're a kid. Kids do what kids do, but there has to be a point where like, is something wrong with you? Like like again, like it's not anyone's fault that everybody wants to talk about the 49ers, because the 49ers are a fun team to talk about. So and I think everyone should have a voice, speak their mind. Doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are, but we should be all in the same community. Like I don't understand why people tell me that you got to choose this group, you got to choose that group, you got to choose this group. I'm like, number one, you can't tell me who to talk to, because number one, that's who I am, and second of all, if someone doesn't like me, I get it. I tell people I'm not everybody's perfect person, but I'm not gonna like, oh, I need this person to like me. I need this person to like me. So if someone doesn't like me, I get it. I'm not telling people to watch my stuff. If you want to, I really appreciate it. But I've grown past a point where I really don't care if one person's watching or if like 50 people are watching my stuff. I really don't care, because I just want to have fun. That's what I want to do. Like, I'm happy. I took some time off, cleared my head. I had Shifty on today. That was fun, and
Shout out to Shifty.
yeah. So I'm, and he had to go to Ireland, to take care of his family stuff.
You had to
But
go
now
that
he has
far to
to-
get away from you? I'm joking.
He's like, I don't want to be around John Jay.
That John Jay, he's too much.
So
Got to go to
Yeah.
a different continent.
yeah, he's like, bye-bye, John. Screw you.
This is too much.
You can't laugh at yourself. It's always good to make fun of yourself a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Yep. Yeah, and also like I tell Brian, like, I wish I can watch everybody's stuff. It's just too much. Like, it's too much. But I do my best to pop in as the best I can. Sometimes I have to work late. Some days I have like extra free time, so I'm able to see all the shows.
Yeah, I may not be able to watch everybody's show, but I like to go in and just hit the like button,
Mhm.
and then I leave. Just put a little. If you sometimes I don't like to comment nothing, because people will be like, hey, and then I left, so I can't respond to them. So, but I'll go in and hit the like button,
Yeah.
in support of the channel,
Yeah.
and then move on. Especially if I can't sit there and watch, because I
And
made that
Yeah.
mistake once. I put
That's what I do
hello
sometimes. I just go
everyone.
hit like.
Yeah, because I put on the comments hello everyone, then I left, and then people later on told me, hey bro, I asked you a question, you never responded. I'm like, oh crap, I didn't stay, so I learned my lesson. Don't put nothing in the comments unless you're gonna stay there for a few minutes.
That's sometimes I'll go in there, I'll say what's up, and then I'll put my phone down and I'll start doing something else, because I'm just switching to a different thing as I'm like doing graphics or something on my tablet, and then I go back to it and I'm like, oh shit, everybody, like 3-4 people said
people
hi,
respond.
and,
Yeah,
and then I gotta go and get back through
Yeah.
it, like 5-10 minutes later.
exactly. Or if I do just put something, I'll say, hey guys, just say hello, but I'm leaving. Talk to you guys later. At least they know if I don't respond, I'm not there no more. But
Mhm.
yeah, because people are polite. Especially people that usually say, hey, what's up, Beto? What's up? What's up?
Mhm.
Which is cool. But then I don't want them to think that I'm being rude and not responding. So,
You're definitely rude.
yeah, I know. Especially to Steve with his 5,000 accounts.
Bro,
Mhm.
I think it's only about 6,000. I mean,
6,000. Oh, my bad.
yeah,
Get it right, Beto. Get it right.
she's bad though.
Steve, man.
Yeah, I go and
You got to write an
sometimes
email for each
I
one,
don't
right? For each account, don't you have to create an
Yes.
email? Wow.
Yes.
That's a shitload of emails.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of emails, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, each his own. Everybody has, their own flavor, but
Yeah.
I don't got time to be.
It's
Yeah.
only
Who
49.
am I going to be
he
today?
says.
That's
Yeah.
still a lot. That's 49
Yeah.
emails.
Yep. I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
Yeah.
what's the point, right? What's the point? Like with especially I mean, if you're just gonna go in there and don't say nothing or just say hi or whatever and be funny, well, whatever. But if you're like, hey, you guys want to come on my show or you want to do this, you want to do that, and you're not really, the other person is, I feel bad for the person you're imitating because now they're obligated to do something they didn't know. So that part would be messed up, I would think. And I think I blame a lot of it to YouTube though. YouTube should do it where they don't allow. They should put like, if you block one account, it blocks all of them from that IP address.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
There's also VPNs.
Or VPN. Yeah, there's true.
Yeah.
He creates the email for you. He just
Oh, I
makes it.
believe you. It creates emails. Oh, it creates you. Wow. No, it doesn't. Not YouTube. At least not the way I did it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had to create a Google account email.
Man, I remember the days when you could use any email to create a YouTube account, and then Google bought it, and now because I have a personal private email for work and other stuff that connects with my Xboxes. I own an Xbox, and so I say, you know what, that's one I have. And then when I create a YouTube chat, I say, oh damn! So now I got two emails, like basically my stuff and then my other email for the YouTube. I barely use, that. It's like basically no emails, no sent stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I got about 15 to 20 emails, but they're not just like to go and people's channels and mess around. They're actual, like for when I do my my bingo night, I have an email just for that. That way I don't get confused with the people writing me into that, and I don't have to sort everything out from other mails. It's just for that. I have an email for this show that I do. It just makes it easier for me to, whenever I'm doing that show and I need to use the email, it's available just for that show.
Yeah.
But I do have one main account for all my bills and stuff.
Plus, I also have OCD, and oh my gosh, having too many emails. Oh my gosh, I hate having OCD, but it is what it is.
Yeah, one thing that I trip out on is I have 42 different passwords, and they're all memorized.
Oh my God.
They're all memorized in my head, 42 of them, and the minimum are 16 characters. Minimum. But it's funny how my brain works. Like if I think YouTube, that password comes to me. If I think Twitter, that password comes to me. But I know some people have the same password, like for their Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm like, no way. I have one each, because if they hack that password, they're gonna hack all your social media. So everything that I have, my YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all have different emails or different not emails but passwords.
Yeah.
I have same for all of mine because I can't.
Well, if it's easy to remember, I understand. But
how about we get off the topic of passwords before anybody accidentally gives any information up?
Yeah, don't give up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the more power, it's a hassle, but it's safer. And then I have some of them are encrypted. For like with my bills, those are encrypted passwords.
Mhm.
because
You know what's funny? Me and this lady at Dallas was talking, and she forgot her phone at home, and she wanted to call her driver, her bus driver. I'm like, here, you can use my phone. She said, sorry, I don't know the number by heart. It's in my phone. I said, yeah, it's the same with me. See, if I don't have my phone, it's gonna be hard for me to call people. I only remember my only person I know is my little brothers. I don't know anybody else's number because phone. Since you now just go like this, you can say call this person or hit the name and hit the green thing in Dallas.
well, this is why I like the iCloud because you can store your numbers on the iCloud. That's why I love Apple. So if I do lose my phone, God forbid, I can always download everything from my iCloud, you know, onto my new phone that I get, and I just one button and everything goes right back in like I never.
You mean
Must
like
be.
Google?
I think Google does it too. Yeah,
Yeah, just
I
like
don't.
Google.
I deal more with iCloud, but I believe Google does it as well.
But what I
For
mean,
Android
remembering
users.
phone numbers, like dialing it. Like if you like when you're at Dallas, they don't have they just have they have this they have one phone. So if you sitting there and you're like, oh man, I don't have my phone and I need to call, you see back in the old days, you had to dial the number 222
Oh yeah,
70. So you remember it in your head. And now your brain just stop practicing them numbers. You know, you just so used to going to your phone
talking
and
to
you do
either
like
Google
this,
or Siri,
Google, and it dials it for you.
Yep.
You know, I say it's a lot of things with our phones, we forget. We're not exercising that brain.
People always ask me, especially the young kids, man, how did you do it as a kid to live in that area with no phones? Didn't you miss when you go? I go, you can miss something you never had.
Yeah.
You improvise where you live, right? So we used to do a lot of outdoor games. We didn't play video games. We didn't have internet games. If
Yeah.
you were playing the video games, you were playing in the same house with the kids. You're not going to do it online. And I tell the kids today, in about 20, 30 years from now, the stuff you think is cool today, those kids are going to tell you, how did you do it? How did you, call somebody on video? Not they're going to have hologram where they're the person sitting right next to them talking. You know what I mean? So technology
Yeah.
grows, you adapt in the era that you're in. Because when I was growing up in the 80s, it was a lot of, how did you know the kids were where the kids were in the neighborhood? Follow the trail of bikes. If all the
Yeah.
bikes are in front of a certain house, they knew they were there or at the park. Nowadays, every day, everything's done from home. And there's no social outside of the home. It's all through media. But I remember that kid telling me, how did you do it with no cell phones? And I'm like, you can't miss something you don't have. You know what I mean? How are you going to miss it? We didn't have internet back then. You guys remember AOL when you went on, it went through the three
Mhm.
phases. It
Yeah.
had to connect all three phases before you actually went on. You guys remember that or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
my buddy used to fish for passwords, so that thing used to go all night long. Yes, yes.
Yeah, bro, that was. And if somebody picked up the same phone line, it would disconnect you.
Disconnect you. Yeah.
You had to have two lines just for it. Yeah, bro, that was. I remember, bro. I'm like,
His house had like 4 different phone lines.
Yep. And now you just pick up your phone like nothing, just go right in. Back then you had to wait, go through a couple phases, get in, and then you hope you don't get disconnected because and the speeds were terrible for back then. And look at it. Look at today. Today is like everybody streams from home. Remember Hollywood Video? You had to mail in the CDs through the mail. You
Yep.
get a couple of them and then mail the old ones, and now everything is streaming. Same Hollywood. Same. What do they call Hollywood Video? Oh no, Hollywood Video.
Blockbusters
Netflix.
and
Sorry,
Hollywood.
Netflix.
Netflix.
Netflix
Yeah.
is still available. It's still around, but it's all streaming. Back then, you would get a couple of CDs in the mail,
Yeah.
DVDs, send them back, get new ones, wait. You order them online, you have to wait for a day or so to get them.
Mhm.
So, life. I can only imagine how it's going to be 50 years from now.
Yeah.
It's funny that
I'd probably be gone, but where you can physically be at the theaters without being there, if that makes any sense.
No, they already have that.
Do they really?
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Basically, like for example, I don't know who does it. I don't know who does it, but there's a company where basically 24 hours after the movie is released on theaters, you're able to purchase it, or it's already there and you get to watch it. I don't know what company does it. So a lot of people are, instead of going to the theaters, they just wait a day after, and they, and
But they watch it on their TV. But I'm talking about, like, how when you go to the theater, you see everybody.
Hey, I'm out of
in
here,
the theater?
guys. Take
Okay.
it easy.
All right,
All
Ryan.
right.
You know how when you're in the
Later,
theaters
Ryan.
and it's
Right.
full, and it has, like, I don't know, 30 people in there, and it looks crowded, everything. They're gonna have like an illusion or a hologram where you're gonna, when you look around, you're gonna see people around you, but they're not really there. So what you see is like being inside the theater, but you're at home. I can imagine that's not out, but I can only imagine they'll come out with something
Well,
like that in the future.
if you have like those VR goggles, like my friend is a tech wizard, you could do that. You could put those goggles on, and
I heard that's the closest to it. Yeah.
that's the closest, but probably down the line, like I don't know how advanced technology is going to be in the next, like basically like technology, like every 6 months there's something new every 6 months. So just imagine just a decade from now, just like,
yeah. People tell me, "Oh, that's not going to happen," and I go, "Listen, if you go back to 1981, 82, and you tell your old self that you're going to be able to video chat with someone or play video games online and talk to them, they'll look at you. You'll look at yourself like you're crazy, right? Like, no way that's going to happen. And we're doing it today. So 30 years from now, or like you said, 6 months, but imagine 30 years, how much technology will be advanced, where the phones that we have today, just look at the smartphones. You guys remember the first phones that, that when you started going and making phone calls, like that Star Trek, or I can't remember it, or the Motorola's flip phones, and the only games you played was that game Snake, and it was a green screen, and you just, you can't let the tail hit the head, and now you can play all these freaking games on your phone. It's just, technology is amazing, and I can only imagine 20, 30 years from today what they're going to be able to do that we can't do today.
I remember.
Yeah,
go ahead, Corey.
I think about it like when I didn't carry. I think about the kids these days. Everybody has a cell phone. And you notice that how the rules have to change. Because first, like in the 80s, no beepers in school.
Yeah.
Can't have beepers in school. And then all of a sudden, you got it now. You just have to say, it would try to say no cell phones. But that was a loose situation. Every kid got a cell phone now.
Yeah. You got 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds with cell phones.
Yeah. I remember basically I remember when I bought my first game system, I was 14. So basically, I had a job and I bought my first, and there was the video game stores. Now, because I said I have Xbox and a lot of my friends have the PlayStation. Now, all you do is you have a credit card, you save it on your game console, and you just buy all your games now.
Yeah, and download them.
Yeah, so it's so weird. And then, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Just like 10 years ago, where you can watch like live stuff on your phone or a tablet, something you're carrying around. Like I see when I'm on the bus and I see a lot of people like with their headphones and they got their smartphones and they're watching the show. And like basically, who would have thought that 10 years ago? So how technology, how has it changed? That's why I had an argument with someone who's like, oh, if the NFL ever forces people to like buy a service, look what's going on. Like now you can buy that thing called NFL Plus or NFL whatever and watch your NFL stuff. You don't need a cable subscription no more.
Nope. That's what I have. You don't. Yeah, and then also the NFL ticket.
Yeah, and then also broadcast television and cable television are dead. That's why people are no longer. Basically, all they do is they buy an internet plan or a.
Yeah, I have a YouTube TV.
Yeah, and that's all you can do. And like technically, people are on YouTube, not just for the 49 or stuff, but for everything. Everything's on YouTube, but they have a lot of free movies and shows that you can watch on YouTube. So everything has changed. So that's why Amazon, they have Thursday Night Football. NBC is going to go straight to digital. So Sunday Night Football is going to be only on, that Peacock thing. And don't be surprised if ESPN, moves their stuff to that ESPN Plus. So,
cable any way to make money.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. That's why I had that argument. I said, I know you want the NFL and all your sports to be on broadcast television, but I'm sorry. I already see a future where all NFL games are going to be either on the NFL Network or on Amazon or some other platform.
Yep.
That's the future, but
the regular cable is going to, it's already extinct, like Direct TV or like with YouTube TV, I have, it's unlimited hard drive. So I can record any show that I want, as many shows as I want. And there's no, it's unlimited hard drive. So now if you lose the account, obviously, or you get rid of the account, you lose everything. But while you have it, you can record all your shows. You can record. I recorded all my games for the last 3 years. And the cool thing about it is if I'm on my computer, if I'm on my phone, my laptop, my iPad, or whatever, I can, if it's recorded, I can watch it from any device. I don't have to, like, if I had it in my house, I would have to have an extra box in each room, and you will pay for those extra boxes of cable. Now you don't need that. And they charge it like my YouTube. I paid like $70 for my YouTube TV. That's what people normally pay for cable. And I get ESPN, all the ESPNs. I get NFL Network. I get everything possibly on there. And it just makes it so easy to do it. And then you can, there's like 5 different accounts. With my wife has hers, I have mine. So it's mine set up the way I want it. Hers is set up the way she wants it. So her profile. So if she wants to record, I don't know, soap operas or whatever, I don't have to see those on the hard drive. Mine just records what I want recorded, which is kind of cool.
And see, I have Sling. I've been a user since 2015. I remember when Sling was the first ever. Like back then, like nobody knew.
I do remember, yeah.
Like basically, because
they were the front runners of what we see today.
Yeah. So my cable was just getting so crazy, so I had to cut it. But my family still wanted to watch cable, so I found Sling TV. It was $20, and it had like the top 30 cable networks plus the normal broadcast television, 30 of the top channels. So I got that, and it was really cool. The the early stage of Sling was so bad, and then eventually around 2017, 2018, it made it look like a real cable, like your cable box, and then it just got better. So in 2018, they did a lifetime thing called personalize your plan. It was like a 14-day where you. So I basically say, you know what? I don't really watch ESPN no more, so I got me the sports package. So basically, I got NBA TV, NFL Network, NFL Red Zone, of course, MLB, and I added Showtime because I started to become a boxing, watching more boxing on TV, and so with the sports stuff and the stuff. So basically, I got up to like 60 channels with the sports package, the regular stuff, and Showtime. $35.
So you're locked into that price forever.
I'm locked into that. Now, if I want ESPN, I got to pay the normal price of $40. So I'm like, you know what? I'm getting like almost 70 channels, some premier channels, all the sports stuff that I love, and the Pac-12 because I'm a big Pac-12 guy. And I got MLB Network, So I'm like, wait a second, $35. My internet plan is like, I think like $40, $50. So it's way cheap. It's super cheap because I know my friends are paying like $200 for their internet and cable, and a lot of my friends have the YouTube and the Hulu, and they're paying like $80 plus their internet. So technically, it's not everything, but it's really good. And I also have those. I have a Roku TV, so I get all those cool free stuff. So I'm good. I got all my entertainment.
That's a good price, bro. Because I'm paying for YouTube TV.
Out of the way.
I'm paying for Hulu. I'm paying for Netflix. I'm paying for Peacock. I'm paying for Paramount. I'm paying for Red Zone, NFL Ticket, NFL Plus. So I think I pay like $300 a month just on TV stuff.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
My brother pays cable bill. I don't.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it's
I love my brother.
With my disability, it's my joy. A lot of people go out of town. A lot of people go to around the world and take flights. I don't, so I spend money where it makes me happy.
I don't. Basically, like I basically my money is very simple. Make sure I got food in the refrigerator, and I'm making.
Oh yeah, that's always a first.
And of course, my landlord making sure that they get their check because I live in the Bay Area, so.
I'm not too far from you. I'm down by Modesto, which is still where you live is it's more expensive, but
more expensive because
I own my house. I downsized, so I bought a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home here in 2016, brand new house. Nobody lived in it. It was built, but so I just pay property tax.
And technically, I live in Daly City, which is way more cheaper if I was in the city. So.
Daly City,
that's always a plus. And of course, like basically all my neighbors are like Filipino. We got blacks out here, Irish, a lot of those, so it's also very quiet. Like if you live near the water, I live near the Cow Palace. So.
Oh wow. Yeah, I was born and raised in San Jose, so I sold my house once I sent my last kid to college. I moved to out of San Jose. Downsized. Now it's just me and my wife, our 2 dogs and four birds, and in a 3-bedroom. So I have my own studio that I use for my computer setup when I go live. My game room. So it's just downsized, and my wife's like, "Are we ever gonna let somebody live with us?" I'm like, "Nope, nope, just me and you." I go, "We got rid of and I told my wife, if any of the kids ever give a hint that they want to move back in, no. They can stay a night or 2, but they're not moving because they'll never leave." And I'm like, nope, they're not moving.
I don't like some parents are like, hey, you can stay as long as you want. And then other parents are like, get out.
My wife's like that. But that's our daughter. I don't care. But she can be homeless. What happens when we're not here? She needs to learn. At least you can keep an eye on her while she's learning. She needs to figure it out. Sometimes when you're too kind, you're enabling them to fail. Because they know that they don't have to work. They don't have to, they don't have to do nothing because they can just come to mom and dad's house and move in. But when that's not an option, now they got to figure shit out.
Mhm.
I left my house when I was 13 and never went back. I kept in contact with my parents until they passed away, but
Mhm.
I left my home at 13 and never moved back in.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I
Like,
never
mean?
left home.
yeah. In 2019, I basically like the apartment building, my folks, lived. And basically I moved up to the top by myself, but I was still in the same apartment, complex, in 2019. I had a really good job. I was doing really well. I moved out, but I was still right there. So like my folks, for whatever the reason, they are who they are. And so basically, I have my own place. Like I said, I don't hate my family. I just like there comes a time where like there's where you're like you need your own space. Then the pandemic happened in 2020. I moved in back with them, but then my pops got a little bit sick, so he's been living like in one of those homes where they it's not a hospital, but like to take care of them. And so I was like, damn. And then I bumped into this girls who I used to date when I was at City College, and her family was so nice during the pandemic for like 6 months. They let me crash there for a little bit, and now I'm back uh, in Daly City, where my buddy, who's really nice, has hooked me up because he lives by himself, and he basically his folks have a lot of money, so basically, so he lives by himself. So basically, I live like down in this little storage area, So good dude, but I'm moving out. I'm not living with my friend. I don't hate him. I do not hate him. It's just that when you lose your job and you're out of work for almost 2 years and you're broke as hell, So I've been blessed, even though I'm not a religious person. I've been blessed that I didn't have to go on the street. So lucky me, but I'm moving out. Like once I, start saving up money, yeah. So
Well, that's good. That's good. But anyway, I did not realize it was 11:20.
oh
My
damn,
my wife's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
I had to
yeah,
take out the garbage, but it was fun, man. You guys are gonna hook up tomorrow and Ryan channel.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What do you guys hook up like around 5 o'clock?
Well, first, I do, I don't know. That's what I'm going to ask him before he left out.
He'll let us know.
5 o'clock.
I think Nathan fell asleep, huh?
No, I'm still here.
All
Oh,
right.
you're
Well,
man, you're
yeah,
so
well,
quiet,
well,
bro.
I gotta go
Y'all
eat
are
something
talking.
quickly. So I'll catch you guys later. I forgot I haven't not ate my dinner, but I'll see everybody tomorrow.
All right, guys. I'm gonna
Later,
kick off
John Jay.
too. All right, Nathan. All right, Senor, Mr. Davis. Buenas noches, and see you guys
Alright.
tomorrow.
All right,
God
later.
willing.
See you
All
tomorrow.
right, peace, guys.
Well,
Well, I
reckon.
guess it's time to end it.
Yeah, my
Huh?
back's killing me. I said, yeah, my back's killing me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have a
well,
good night. Thank you for coming on.
oh yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I'll see you tomorrow on Ryan's calling. And
Yep.
but yeah, you have a good night, Corey.
Yeah, I got to add up all the stuff, all the scores. All right.
All right, you have a good night, Corey.
You too. Okay. Everybody, I enjoyed this night. Thank you. Thank you, Darwin. Thank you, Steve-O. Thank you, Bebop Jones. And Sponge, Lauren, Tony, CG, I want to thank everybody. And thank you all, Not the Sickness, John Jay, Bryant, David Corona, David McNiner, No More Sports. Thank you all. Enjoy your Thursday. Tomorrow, I'll be at 7 o'clock. I'll be doing a show with YTC, his trivia. And then you can see me in No Border Sports channel. After I do YTC, I'm going over to No Border Sports on Friday. I'm not sure what time No Border Sports is doing the show. He might come on at 5. He might come 7. He might put it back at 7 again. But I will be over on this channel. You will see this man wearing red in his channel. Go 49ers and beat all the rest of the teams. I love the 49ers. Enjoy. And good night. God bless you all. Okay, let me remove.